I will present I will stop. Okay, I will be stop presenting. Good morning, everyone. To our dear Sagradan families who are here today, I would like to welcome you all to the repeat of the parents' online meeting with the school heads of the Montessori the Sagrada Familia. Today is a Saturday, and I know how important weekends are for you and your families. So thank you for choosing to be with us today. Some of you are probably watching this presentation together with your children. Dear Sagradans, how are you? Hello. Welcome to the meeting. I know that you are having fun with, you are having a great time there at home with your loved ones. This school year is going to be different. You're not going to go to the physical classroom, but don't you worry, because Teacher Chris, together with your Sagradan teachers, are working extra hard to make this new school year extra fun. So for the meantime, just stay at home, be safe, and enjoy your time with your loved ones. To the non-Sagradan families who are also attending the meeting, thank you for joining us. I am Maria Cristina Santos Silamor. I am the school directress and principal of the Montessori the Sagrada Familia. Joining me today as I preside the meeting is a fellow school administrator, Mrs. Maria Carmela Santos Ong. Teacher Kai.
Good morning. Good morning, Teacher Chris. Good morning, everyone.
How are you?
I'm feeling excited and hopeful for this school year, Teacher Chris.
Yes, it's going to be different.
Yes, for sure.
Exciting.
Yes.
Okay, so again, thank you so much for coming. We understand that there are some parents who are not in the Philippines. They are not even in the vicinity of Bulacan. Some are registered. Some are coming from Malolos. Some are coming from Antipolo. Some are even coming from outside the country. I understand that there are a lot of interested parents who are residing in Riyadh and other parts of UAE. Mabuhay po kayong lahat. Thank you for coming. So before we start our online meeting for today, let us first seek the divine intervention of our Lord through a prayer. Everyone, let us all feel the presence of our Lord. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, we want to praise and thank you for today. As we hold this meeting today, we pray that our parents will have a deeper understanding of our learning continuity programs. As we are about to start the new school year with a new learning modality, Lord, we surrender to you the desires of our hearts. Let the Sagradan learners be the center of our plans. We pray for provision. We pray for enlightenment. And lastly, Lord, we pray for harmony. We know that you alone are the only one who can spare us from this COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you for the opportunity to reconnect with our Sagradan families and even with our non-Sagradan families. All these things we ask in your most holy name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Miss Kath, please record. Okay, so again, good morning and welcome to today's online meeting. But before we start, allow me to share with you first just a moment. To our dear parents, kindly avoid pressing the present button. I will be presenting again. Okay na? Is it there? Okay. All right. So to continue, let us first set and agree on some house rules. Number one, let us all mute our audio as we enter. Avoid multitasking so that you can listen well to the important information pertaining to all of your concerns and questions. Follow-up questions will be entertained after the presentation. You may encode them in the chat box as we present. Offensive and inappropriate language will not be tolerated and accepted. And lastly, please do not press the present button. Thank you. Okay, Teacher Kai, let us first start our meeting with presenting to them the overview of our meeting. So first, our dear parents, during the registration, we already gave you the form in which you were asked to put there your questions and concerns. We already collated them and we are all going to answer all of them via a presentation. At one part of the presentation, there is also going to be a live demonstration of the e-learning program. We have three teachers from the three departments of Montessori de Sagrada Familia. Teacher Tin from the preschool, hello. Teacher Tin, are you there?
Yes, hello, Teacher Chris and Teacher Kai.
Yes, Teacher Tin, we're working on a Saturday.
Yeah. Good morning, parents.
Yes, thank you so much, Teacher Tin. For the elementary department, it's going to be presented by our subject area supervisor for the math subject, Sir Jomar. Hi.
Hi, Teacher Chris. Hello, Teacher Kai. And good morning as well to our dear Sagradan parents. Hello po.
Sir Jomar, stand by later. You're going to show them your grade 2 LMS.
Yes, teacher. I will be waiting po.
Okay. For the high school department, we have Sir Von Solomon. Sir Von.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, Teacher Chris and Teacher Kai. Good morning, our dear parents, and welcome to our meeting for this morning.
Okay, Sir Von, thank you. Teacher Tin, Sir Jomar, Sir Von, thank you so much for your time. We will be watching your demonstration later. All right. So let us first start our meeting by answering the question, what is going to be the status of the classes? On March 26, President Duterte made a statement that he will not allow the opening of classes unless there is already a vaccine. On the same date, the Malacanang Palace released a statement stating that what the president meant was he is not going to allow face-to-face classes. For the meantime, while there is no cure or while it is not safe, the schools, K-12 educational institutions may utilize other learning modalities, and one of which is the flexible e-learning that we are going to be presenting later. On the same day, the Montessori de Sagrada Familia released a position statement pertaining to the status of face-to-face classes, since there was a strong communication of the parents that they are not, or we released a survey prior to that, and we asked the parents what is their stand about the opening of classes and their safety of their children. And there is a significant data that showed that most of our parents are not comfortable sending their children to MDSF unless there is already a vaccine. That's why we informed the Sagradan community that we are not going to hold face-to-face classes in any time of the school year 2020-2021. Instead, we are going to use the FLY Sagradan and the S.A.F.E programs. Now, dear parents, if there is one thing that we learned from this pandemic, that is that everything is uncertain. We are not sure as to what's going to happen in the future, right? So let us think with our imagination, what if a vaccine or a cure is already available in the market? What if in the middle of the school year, the DepEd mandates all private and public schools to attend traditional face-to-face classes? Or what if the national and the local government gave the Filipino public the assurance that it's already safe for children to go back to the physical school? Teacher Kai, what is going to happen?
So the answer to that question is that there will be no mandatory or forced participation of students to attend face-to-face classes. So we repeat clearly, parents, there will be no mandatory or forced participation of students to attend face-to-face classes. And parents have the final decision about the health and safety of their child. So nothing to worry about, Teacher Grace.
Yes. Please don't feel that you will be compelled or your child will be compelled to report to the physical school unless you are permitting them. Okay? So moving on, there will be no face-to-face classes. What are we going to do instead? So our dear families, I have the honor to present to you our learning continuity programs in which we have already submitted to the Department of Education. We have two main programs. So the first one is the homeschool program. This is a new program which is headed by our assistant principal, Teacher Kai. And then we also have the home-based e-learning program. So there is a difference between the two programs. The homeschool program or the FLY Sagradan program, what does it mean? It is a type of education wherein the parent is the one in charge of the education of their children. This is being offered to junior CASA to grade 6 students. Now, on the other hand, we also have the home-based e-learning, and under that are two sub-branches, the FLY Sagradan and the S.A.F.E. So there is not much a difference between the two. It's just that the FLY Sagradan has the involvement of the parent or the caregiver, but they are not going to act as the main teacher, unlike the one in the homeschooling. Ang role po ng parent or ng caregiver sa FLY Sagradan or sa flexible e-learning for the Young Sagradan is to guide and assist their children. In the S.A.F.E, the grades 4 to 12 levels, the students are already expected to be independent and self-directed learners. They learn through collaboration. They have their peers, their students have a great influence on them. So it is a different kind of learning as well. They will be learning independently or with the decreased involvement of the parent or the caregiver. So we're going to be talking about this. To the parents who are interested to try the homeschooling program, there is an allotted online meeting that will tackle the homeschool program only later this afternoon. Teacher Kai, what time is it?
We will be starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So in that presentation, I will be presiding, and I will be more focusing on the homeschool program or the FLY Sagradan program.
All right. So all the questions are going to be answered there.
And just like what you did, Teacher Chris, we also administered survey through Google Forms, and from that survey, we collated all the questions and concerns that our parents have in their minds.
Because
about
this is
the
a
program.
new thing for them.
Yes.
Okay. So just like I would also like to share with you before we proceed. Last Saturday was the first part of our online meeting. Whatever we presented there is going to be presented again today. So we would also like to thank the 1,000 attendees who participated in the morning, in the afternoon, in the morning, late morning, and in the afternoon. Thank you so much. If you were able to attend last time and you still want to repeat again, feel free to stay. Okay. Teacher Kai, as parents, we understand that they want to know how will MDSF run the proposed e-learning platform. A trial or dry run will help.
Yes, Teacher Chris, there will be a demonstration later, and parents will also be given trial classes in June or July so that they can try it themselves.
Yes, somewhere, because we are still in the process of planning it, somewhere late in June or first week of July. We will be, please stay tuned for more announcements. When is the start of classes?
So the opening of online classes is on August 3, 2020, and it will end on April 30, 2021. So why do we have this long school days? Because the DepEd is requiring both public and private educational institutions to hold 203 days of classes with 187 contact days.
Teacher Kai, when you say 187 contact days, those are the non-negotiable curriculum days.
Yes.
Okay. And we decided to not to start the classes on August 24, just like the public schools are going to do, because if we will follow that, then we would be spending Saturdays as makeup classes, and we don't want to have a 6-day school week, right? Okay. Would this e-learning that is being introduced by MDSF be credited as a regular curriculum for this year?
Answer is yes. Your child will definitely move up to the next grade level after completing the academic year 2020 to 2021.
All right. So a lot of you are very interested, majority of us are very interested in finding out how does e-learning work at MDSF. So I would like to present to you the learning management system of Montessori de Sagrada Familia. You may go to www.mdsflms.com. This is going to be the virtual school or the virtual classroom of your child. If it is already time for him to study, he will just access this website, and inside that website are his subjects and the activities that he is tasked to do for the week. Later, we're going to be going inside the learning management system of Montessori de Sagrada Familia. Are they going to have the same subjects? Yes. They have prescribed subjects given by the Department of Education. Is e-learning schedule flexible, or is it like them going to school with specific schedules?
So the answer is they have the option to learn at their own pace and also to follow a structured lesson depending on the preference of the family. So Teacher Chris, this is what we had in mind when we were designing the program. Kasi we know, and the survey shows that there will be families who won't be available to go online.
Yes, during school hours.
Yes.
And
So, So it's going to be very flexible.
Yes.
And it will really depend on the preference of the family.
Yes, that is the beauty of flexible e-learning. Unlike in the traditional face-to-face classroom, wherein the child needs to attend a set of scheduled subjects, here the child will only be required to attend or should be attending the virtual meetings. Later, we're going to be showing to you what virtual meeting looks like. So there are two things that we need to remember as parents of today. Synchronous sessions or the virtual meetings. In MDSF, we have decided to call it virtual meetings. And we also have the asynchronous sessions or the independent study. So virtual meeting, VM, and asynchronous meeting or asynchronous study or the independent study. So I will be showing to you a sample schedule so that you would know, you would have an idea how flexible e-learning is. Just like what I said, you have the option to let your child study at their own preference, or you or the family has the option to follow a prescribed schedule. So this is a sample schedule of grade 2 level. So makikita po natin dito, dear parents, na kapag po may nakalagay na virtual meeting, ito po yung all together, they are going to be learning at the same time via Google Meet or video conferencing. It could be Google Meet or Zoom, but here in MDSF, we prefer Google Meet because we have Google Suite for education. So, for example, this is a sample academic weekly planner, and it is going to be given to the parents a week before the actual week. So let's say Friday or Saturday, it's going to be uploaded by the teacher in the learning management system so that the parents can already have an overview of what is going to happen the week after that. Okay, so kapag po kunwari dito nakalagay virtual meeting ng 8 to 8:50, yan po yung a-attendan ng bata at sabay-sabay po sila. Pwede po silang i-group ng teacher or pwede rin pong sabay-sabay na pag-aaralan po nila yan. But of course, these are designed differently. So, and then math, 8:50 to 9:40, a-attend pa rin po si bata ng virtual meeting. Science, 10 o'clock to 10:50, it's still a virtual meeting. MAPE, 10:50 to 11:40, it's still a virtual meeting. Now, we're going to see that in the afternoon, nakalagay na po dito na it's already independent study. So, hindi na po sila mag-aaral together with their classmates and teachers. They have the option to follow the schedule, kung yun po ang gusto ng parents, or they also have the option to do it on a different time. Okay, so pwede po na ito po ay gawin pagdating ni mommy or ni daddy, or pwede naman po na sa gabi gawin, or pwede naman din po na sa iba din po na independent study time, kayo po ang masusunod. Or pwede rin po na gawin ito simula 12:30 to 4 o'clock. Okay. Now, on the next day, independent study naman po ang English. So, ito po ay, again, pwede rin pong gawin some other time or pwede rin po na nasundin. Okay? So, each subject will have 2 to 3 virtual meetings per week. And depending, hindi po namin, we already plotted the schedule. We will make sure that nakaspread evenly po ang mga virtual meetings natin. Now, this is a sample matrix for the high school. Ito po, it's simplified kasi nga po, just like what I said, kaya po dito po sa elementary, ma-detail po siya kasi po, nandun po si parent or si caregiver. Pag naman po sa high school and sa junior high school and senior high school, it's now simplified because the child or the student is already expected to be independent. Okay? So yan po, yan, nakalagay na po dyan, VMIS. So for English, on Monday, they're going to have virtual meeting. Ito po yung gagawin nila. Science, they're going to have a virtual meeting. And then math, they're going to have a virtual meeting as well. In Filipino, they're going to have independent study. So yan, iba-iba po siya. Makikita po natin, for example, sa English, ang VM po nila ay 3 beses sa isang araw for this week. Yan. Okay. This naman po is a sample activity matrix or learning plan or academic weekly planner for kindergarten. Okay? So every day in the preschool or in the pre-elementary department, it's different naman po. So the parent is really going to be doing the activities together with the child. It's either the parent or the caregiver. We call it parent-child activity or the PC. Parent-child activity. Makikita po natin dito yung week ng bata. Every day, they're going to meet with their teachers, but they're gonna be clustered into groups or small groups. They will be doing the routines, community singing, other activities, and then singing of songs, dancing, other activities. And then after that po, bibigyan na po ni teacher si parent ng instruction. Alam na po ni parent ang gagawin for the day. Later po, papakita po namin yung sample po ng parent's guide. And then the parent and the child is going to do the activity, and then they're going to upload the activity in the learning management system or the LMS. So aside from the virtual meeting na nagkakaroon po ng community singing or ng routines, meron din po per subject na mga scheduled virtual meetings. Like for example, if the teacher is going to present a lesson or a topic or a concept for the day, it could be introduced via a pre-recorded video or a live simulation or explanation of the concept. Depende po yan on how the teacher will design the learning plan. In the pre-elementary, it is very activity-based. So don't worry po, marami po kasing nagsasabi na hindi po ba masama yung 2 to 3 hours na nakatutok sila sa screen. It's not gonna be like that. Their screen time is, or their virtual meetings is meant for kumustahan sessions, for show and tell, for deepening their socialization skills or harnessing their communication skills, but they will still be given a lot of activities that they will be doing with their parents. This is for the kindergarten. So dear parents, last Saturday po kasi, we presented a different presentation for the pre-elementary, for the elementary, and then for the high school. Ngayon po, tusok na po natin yung 3 departments. So for every important presentation, ipapakita ko na po yung sa preschool, sa pre-LM, sa elementary, and sa high school. So that is to answer your questions about the schedule. Okay. Again, they will still have the same subjects, but different approach in the schedule. It will still depend on the parents' preference. Okay. All right. What is the curriculum to be used in the e-learning?
The answer is that the DepEd has instructed all K-12 institutions to utilize the MELC, or the most essential learning competencies. However, the quality of e-learning all starts with the design of the learning experience.
Yes, ito po yung sinasabi namin sa mga parents na, okay, everything is now can be now downloaded. Even the the list of the competencies that will be that are expected of the students are now being downloaded. Kahit naman po may before coronavirus pandemic, nandyan na po yan sa internet. However, it will all boil down to how the learning experience was designed. At later, we are going to be, ito po yung tinatawag na curriculum and instruction. Later, we're going to be presenting to you sample learning plans that we have been doing for the past weeks. And to tell you, our dear parents, redesigning our learning plans is a very tedious process for us because the learning modality is different. Di ba pa sinasabi nila na o manood ka lang ng YouTube o kaya pagbasahin mo sila, matututo sila. However, medyo shallow po yun. Kailangan po dito ay deepening of learning. Yun po ay mga supplemental. But the learning experience should really be taken, a lot of things should really be taken into consideration when one is learning or designing the learning experience. Kaya po tinatawag ang ating mga teachers as curriculum designers or curriculum experts.
Question, what is the flow of instruction in the e-learning?
Okay, so just like what I said, this is how we design the learning experience. First, the teacher is going to present the lesson through motivational activities, explanation. Since now we are using technology, there are a lot of ways on how to introduce a lesson or a topic or a concept. And then after these lessons are anchored on the minimum, on the most essential learning competencies. Then the teacher is going to be providing a lot of skill building activities that will be done after, it could be after each virtual meeting or during the independent study. So eto na po, dito na po papasok yung knowledge ni teacher. What are the necessary activities that I can give to my learners in order for them to acquire the most essential learning competencies. Later, I will be explaining this more to you. And then, of course, after sufficient activities are being given for skill building, our teachers are going to design assessment tools that will give them the idea of the learning progress of the child. It could be in the form of a test-based assessment or a performance-based assessment. So going deeper, ito po yun. How does a teacher design the learning experience? So first, the Department of Education has given us the MELC or the curriculum guide. And in that curriculum guide, nakalagay po ang mga content and performance standards that a learner should be achieving or should be exhibiting every end of the quarter or every end of the school year. And then for every performance standards, found are the most essential learning competencies that if the child is able to do these competencies, magagawa po nila ang performance standards. Now, just like what I said, dito po papasok ang expertise ni teacher. Kasi po, ang binigay na po sa atin ng Department of Education ay ang content and performance standards at mga most essential learning competencies. Dito na po papapasok ang creativity at ang pagka-intentional ni teacher. What are the activities that the child will be doing that after doing these activities, the competencies are going to be met? And what are the assessment tools that will be given in order to evaluate the learning progress of the child? These are very critical in the learning process. Okay, so to give you an idea kung ano po yung mga sinasabi namin, kasi medyo technical nga po ito, this is a sample learning plan that our teachers have been meticulously doing now. So this is a learning plan of the pre-elementary department. Makikita po natin na nandyan po yung mga content standard and performance standards. And just like what I said, for every content and performance standards are learning competencies that if these competencies are acquired by the learner, magagawa po nila ang performance standard. Okay, let me present again. Okay. So, makita po natin ang learning competencies. Yan, bagay po yan ng DepEd. Pero in-unpack din po namin sila at in-scope and sequence din po namin sila. And then, eto na po yung mga activities and resources. Diyan na po tayo. Yan na po yung critical part. Okay? Yan, continuation, the math. So, now you can see how detailed the learning plan is.
Teacher Chris, if our dear parents find it small, yung text, they can actually zoom it sa
Okay.
kanilang mga cellphone or desktop. Pwede po na lang i-zoom para po mas makita nila yung text dun sa loob ng table.
All right. Thank you, Teacher Kai. So there, for cultural studies, these are the performance standards, the competencies, and then the activities. Okay? And then this one is, okay, just like what I said, since in the pre-elementary, it's a different scenario. The parents' involvement, and the parents will be doing the activities for them. Since the parents are expected to do the activities for with the children, there is, aside from the learning plan, there is a guide for parents that will be given to them ahead of time, so that the parent will have an idea what to prepare and how to go about the activity. So just like what I said, don't worry po, our dear parents, kasi ang iniisip po agad ng mga magulang, kunyari po sa pre-elementary, ako din pala ang magtuturo. You will be guided. Okay? In the elementary naman po, ako din pala ang mag-explain, something like that. Huwag po kayong mag-alala. I-assist naman po kayo. So for elementary, talagang kayo po ang gagawa together with your child ng mga activities. Sa lower grades pa po, sa grades 1 to 3, the teacher will still act as the teacher, but you will be the one to assist.
Actually,
Okay.
Teacher Chris, I would like to mention also, most especially in the pre-elementary, yung junior CASA, advanced CASA, and kindergarten po natin, the teachers will be doing pre-recorded videos
Yeah.
ng mga yung pong pine-present ni teacher during the large group time or yung circle time nila. So yung mga teachers po natin, actually they're very busy
Yes.
working on those videos, editing. Kaya nga po talagang with all honesty po, yung talagang naging
Impact.
yeah, and yung talaga pong load ng mga teacher ngayon, with all honesty, kami po ay talagang witness dyan.
Yes.
From planning, from designing our learning
Learning
continuity programs, hanggang sa binaba po namin sa kanila, parang doble, triple po yung nagiging preparation nila
Yes.
ngayon. Kasi po unlike the previous school years, nung parang medyo yung traditional setup pa po tayo face-to-face, all the teachers have to do is to plan and execute in the
Yes.
classroom. Pero po ngayon, talaga po yung effort po na ginagawa ng buong team po namin ay talagang given this very limited time, Teacher Chris, yun nga po yung sinasabi na new norm. Talaga po lahat ng teachers natin, lahat po kami sa Montessori de Sagrada Familia, we are really doing our very best para po makasabay tayong lahat. Of course, with our strong partnership and collaboration po.
Yes.
We are very sure na talagang makakasabay po tayo.
Yes, and I would like to highlight, Teacher Kai,
Yes.
really the involvement and the partnership together with the parents are really vital now. It's not the school who is
Yes.
100% in charge of the learning progress, but a lot of factor will come from the support of the parents.
Right,
Okay. So, just to give you an idea, ito po yung guide natin for parents. Like, for example, on Monday, there is a story of the day. It's a pre-recorded video that you will be watching together with your child. And then for the language, literacy, and communication subject, Ito na po yung activity. So, makikita po natin na mahaba siya kasi ine-explain po ni teacher kay parent kung ano po yung gagawin. Again, ito po ay para sa pre-elementary. Iba naman po yung gagawin sa elementary. Okay, collect. Ito po, the name of the activity is what's in the box. Collect or gather objects around the house that produce sound. Example, clock, whistle, bell, and place them inside a box. While your child is blindfolded, ask him to describe the object that he will pick from the box. After describing, encourage your child to manipulate and explore the object until it makes a sound. Then ask him to identify the object that produces the sound. Imagine, dear parents, for every activity that will be done, every set of activities that will be done for every day, meron pong explanation. So it's going to be easier for you to implement the activity with your child. Okay. This is a sample weekly learning plan for elementary. So nakikita po natin dito yung mga dinesign po ng mga parent, ng mga teachers natin. For example, the performance standard is the child at the end of the quarter is expected to apply the 4 fundamental operations involving fractions and decimals in mathematical problems and real-life situations. So here are the learning competencies. Just like in this learning plan, one competency is going to be covered in one whole week in the 5 days. So how did the teacher design the learning experience? Ito po makikita natin, ayan, from lesson introduction to reinforcement and drill and practice, hanggang doon po sa assessment. Makikita po natin, kamukha po nung sinabi natin kanina, after every essential learning competency, meron pong assessment na ide-design si teacher. Okay? But prior to that assessment, the teacher makes sure that all skill-building activities or all the necessary learning experiences have been given to the child in order for him to perform that expected competency. Okay, nandiyan na po yung, ayan, ang napaka-rich po ng mga activities natin. May discussion, drill and practice, may book activities po, may mga games, may mga may interactive game. Lahat po yan ay makikita sa learning management system. At tinrain po ang ating mga teachers to get resources from different OERs pertaining to their subject. At kamukha po ng sinabi ko, hindi lang po tayo grab ng mga kung ano-anong resources. Pag po nakita po ni teacher itong resource na to, pag-iisipan muna po niya, is this developmentally appropriate? Is this aligned with the learning competency? If yes, then I will put it in the learning plan. This is a sample learning plan for high school, English Communication and Arts and Skills for grade 7. So the performance standard is reflected here. The learner is expected to transfer learning by showing appreciation for the literature of the past, comprehending texts using appropriate reading styles, participating in conversations using appropriate context-dependent expressions, so on and so forth. Madami po siya, pero per quarter naman po yun. So makita po natin, here are the learning competencies under that performance standard. Makita rin po natin how the teacher carefully designed the learning plan. So makita po natin dito, again, may introduction of the course, may video watching sila, they will be given activity to do a synthesis. Then there are written works as well. Okay? All right. Now, that's how learning will take place in the learning management system. Or again, how our teachers design the learning experience. Next question, Teacher Kai.
If I have 3 children but we only have 1 device at home, what will happen if they all need to attend a synchronous session at the same time? Will the attendance in the synchronous session be graded? Actually, Teacher Chris, in the chat box,
Mm.
there were parents who were asking about this. So the answer is?
Oo, yan. So the answer is, ganito po kasi yan. The purpose of synchronous sessions or the virtual meeting is to promote social presence and to humanize learning experience. Since our children will no longer be able to attend face-to-face classes, at least they have to see sino ba ang teacher ko, sino ba ang mga classmates ko. Now, I know that there are also virtual meetings designed for the teacher to explain a topic, or nandun yung mga important reminders, important explanation. Our teachers are going to make sure that all these sessions, there's virtual meetings, are recorded, and they're going to be given a copy. It could be in the form of text, or it could be in the form of a video. So I am going to present again. Again, dear parents, please refrain from pressing the present button. Okay. I cannot see you. Okay. The teacher will take the attendance for the purpose of monitoring, but it will not reflect in the child's class standing. Again, missed synchronous sessions or missed virtual meetings will be translated into videos, text, or study notes. Kamukha po ng ginagawa natin ngayon, this is considered as a virtual meeting because we are all listening to one presentation at the same time. Now, in the event po na gusto po natin ulit-balikan, ito, naka-record po ito at ibibigay po sa inyo. It's either yung slides. I think we have already decided that since this is the last session of the online meeting for parents, we're going to be releasing the copy of the video for everyone to review anytime they want. That's the beauty of flexible e-learning. That's the beauty of technology.
And Teacher Chris, for those asking po, kasi in the chat box, there are parents who are asking for the sample weekly planner. So don't worry po.
Yeah.
After the presentation, we will be sending you the slides para po nang sa ganun, mas maaral pa nilang mabuti.
Yes, yes. At saka po makikita po talaga natin ang weekly planner. Kasi po, i-upload po ito ng mga teachers natin ahead of time sa learning management system.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Again, dear parents, please do not press the present button. I am the only one who can preside. Okay. Now we move on to the demonstration of e-learning. Let's start first with the pre-elementary. Teacher Tin, Sir Jomar, Sir Von, please stand by. Teacher Tin, are you ready?
Yes, Teacher Chris. Good morning, dear parents. I am Teacher Tin, one of the teachers in the pre-elementary department of Montessori de Sagrada Familia, and I'm here to give you a quick demo of the learning management system that we are going to use this school year. So let me just share my screen with everyone. Wait for a while. Okay, so to access MDSF's LMS, you just need to go to your web browser and type in mdsflms.com. So just hit enter. And this is how our homepage looks like. Let me just scroll down a bit. Okay, so your child will be given login credentials upon enrollment. So to log in, just click on the login button on the upper right corner of your screen. And then your child just needs to type in his username and the password, and then click login. After logging in, you will be directed to your child's dashboard. So in the dashboard, you'll see the courses that your child is enrolled to. So let's say your child is in the kindergarten level. So in your child's, let me just click on this one. In your child's dashboard, You'll see the kindergarten course. When you click on it, you'll be able to see the following information about the course. So we have the teacher's name and email address, the schedule of virtual group meetings, which will be done via Google Meet or Zoom. So please do not mind the schedule yet. This is for demo purposes only. And then under it, there's the content and performance standards. When you click on this one, you'll be able to see a document stating all the things or the skills that your child need to learn and acquire for the first quarter. So this page will be updated quarterly. So we also have the announcement and the calendar. This is where we will be posting the class news, announcements, and then in the calendar, we will be plotting the schedule of the virtual group meeting, deadlines of the outputs to be submitted, and special week or month events. All right, so when you scroll down, you'll be able to see weeks 1 to 8. So let's take a closer look at week 1. Just click on this one. All right. So under it, you'll find the competencies that your child will be learning or acquiring for the week. So for language literacy and communication, they'll be learning about sounds around them. For math, sorting and classifying objects by properties. For cultural studies, we have body parts and their functions. So there's also this section, the learning resources section. When you click on it, inside you'll see the following materials. So first, we have the lesson presentation videos. So let me just show you quickly. Okay, so inside you'll see a pre-recorded video of one of our teachers presenting the concepts, sound around me. There. Then let me just go back. There are also study notes. So these are just lectures for the week. There. And
Teacher Tin, may
yeah,
I add,
okay, teach.
as our parents can see them, these are all teacher made, right?
Yes, teacher Chris.
Yes. So imagine the labor that each teacher really has to put in, right?
Teacher Chris.
Okay, good job.
So there, and then apart from the study notes, there's also the printable section. So here you'll be given access to these files ahead of time. So if you opt to prepare before the week starts, you may do so. So let's take a look at the sample. For example, this one. These are teacher made din po. Gawa po ng mga teachers namin. So this one. You may print this ahead of time or you may recreate it bago po mag-start yung week. All right. And then we also have lyrics page for the songs that the class will be singing during the week. All right. Like such as this one. There. Okay. So let me just go back. Let's take a look at the activities for day 1. So first, you'll see the schedule of the virtual group meeting and the link. So once you click on this link, automatically you will be directed to the meeting room. So under it, we also listed the activities planned for the virtual group meeting. So to give you an idea on how we are going to conduct the virtual group meeting, what exactly will transpire in it, you may watch the sample video uploaded on our school's Facebook page. So virtual meetings will be done in small groups to maximize the interaction between the student and the teacher and the student to student. So after the virtual group meeting, every day you will be provided with learning activities that are aligned to the realization of the learning competencies for the week. So let's take a look at the following activities. So we have story of the day. So when you click on it, you'll find a pre-recorded video of one of our teachers doing read aloud. So this video, you may check it on our Facebook page as well. There's teacher Shawi. And then after watching the video, so your child needs to answer this one, the comprehension check. Since we are catering to young learners, some of them are just beginning to learn how to read. So yung mga questions po dito are audio recordings. And then your child will be asked to answer the questions through audio recording as well. There. And then just go back. Okay, we also have the tricky words for the week or yung sight words for the week po. When you click on it, you'll see a pre-recorded video of one of our teachers as well presenting the tricky words. So this one, again, this is also found on our Facebook page. So maybe later po we can put the links in the chat box so you can easily access the videos after the meeting.
Yes, Teacher Tin.
Okay. All right. So next, then you'll find activities that you and your child, or ito po yung sinasabi ni Teacher Chris kanina na parent and child activities that will help strengthen the acquisition of the targeted competencies for the week. So let's take a look at this one, yung what's in the box. So this one. You'll be given a detailed document on how you're gonna do the activity with your child. So first, andito na po yung the things you'll be needing. Don't worry, we won't be asking you to purchase a lot of things for the activities. Usually po, we will only ask for common items found in your household. And then, under it, andun po yung mga step-by-step procedure on how you're gonna go about with the activity. Okay, so for some activities po, we will ask you to take a photo, an audio recording, or a video of your child's output and upload it here in our LMS. So let's take a look at this one. So the task is send an audio recording of your child as he tries to mimic the sounds of the objects from the previous activity, what's in the box. So this is where you're gonna submit your child's output. So when you're on student mode po, this button, it turns to add submission. So this is where you're going to upload the outputs. All right. So the same goes for the next day. There's a virtual meeting, story of the day, and a set of parent and child activities. So every week din po, we will be presenting different life skills that the pupils need to learn. So here for this week, we have hand washing. So when you click on it, you'll see video resources that you and your child can explore to learn more about the practical life skill of the week. There. Okay. And there are also skill building activities. So this could be in a form of online games or online quiz. So again, these are crafted by our teachers po. Let me just show you an example. So since they're learning about sounds around them, so ito po yung ginawa naming game for the kids. It's entitled The Music Box. So they're guessing who or what is making the sound by clicking on the correct picture. Okay, and then for this one, for cultural studies, since they're learning about body parts and their functions, so here, so they just need to draw a line to connect the names to the correct
Draw
one.
a line to connect the names to the correct body part.
There you go. All right, so it can also be in a form of a printable worksheet or seat work, such as this one. All right. There. Okay, on Fridays, assessment will be given to your child. So these are mostly performance tasks. So it could be done via virtual group meeting or through ano din po, parent-child activity. So for language literacy and communication here, the assessment will be done during the virtual group meeting. So meron din pong in a form of parent-child activity like this one, body news. Alright, so again, nakalagay na po dito the things that you'll be needing and the step-by-step procedure. So under it, there's also a video resource for your child to be able to explore more yung task na binigay po sa kanila. Alright. And then in here po, there's the body new self-assessment. In here, your child will be asked to assess his own learning. Just wait for it to load. So there. So how did you feel about your learning? So I think I got this. Or he or she could tick on the I need a bit more practice, or I'll get there, but I need help. So when we provide these kids the time and place for reflection in a lesson or on their own learning progress, we empower them as learners and thinkers. And this is what we want for our young Sagradans. And also in this way, teachers will be able to know where each child is in the learning process and can come up with intervention for those who need help. And then lastly, there's also an activity assessment. So here, so we just, let's wait for it to load. Okay, we'll be asking the kids, did you like the activity? Yes, maybe, or no. So it is a great way for us teachers to know what kinds of activities children like and do not like, and come up with ways on how to improve the learning activities that we provide these children. So there you go, Teacher Chris. That ends my presentation. I hope that it gave you a clear glimpse of the FLY program in the pre-elementary department. Thank you very much, Teacher Chris.
Thank you so much, Teacher Tin. Let's all clap our hands for Teacher Tin. Thank you so much. Pinagpuyatan po talaga yan ng ating mga teachers. And even prior to the lifting of the GCQ, of the ECQ, yung mga preschool teachers po natin, talagang kinukulit nila kami, pwede na daw pa silang pumunta sa school to record the videos. That only goes to show how excited and passionate they are to design the learning experience for our children. And again, thank you so much, Teacher Tin.
Thank you, Teacher Chris.
All right. Have a great weekend. Now we move on to the next presenter. We have our subject area supervisor for the math department in the elementary. We have Sir Jomar. Sir Jomar.
Hi, Teacher Chris. Hello, Teacher Kai. Good morning to our dear parents. I am Sir Jomar de la Cruz, and I am the subject area supervisor for mathematics in the grade school department of the Montessori de Sagrada Familia. And I am here today to demonstrate and explain to you how your children will learn in the coming school year using the online modality. So I will be presenting my screen. So there. Can you see my screen, Teacher Chris?
Yes, sir.
All right. So all we have to do is to go to our web browser in case you are using Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or whatever web browser you have. Just go to your web browser and then just type mdsflms.com and then hit enter. And then it will redirect you to our learning management system. So this is what our learning management system looks like. So our ICT department created this online learning management system, which will be utilized by our Sagradan learners starting this school year. So once you reach this page, all you have to do is to log in. As Teacher Teen mentioned a while ago, our school registrar will be giving login credentials to each students upon enrollment. So all you have to do is to input the username or the email given to you and your password. So once you enter the username and password, you will now be seeing your child's dashboard. So this is what inside your child's learning management system. By the way, I have logged in using the student account so that mas maiintindihan po natin kung ano ang magiging looks ng learning management system ng Montessori Sagrada Familia sa side ng mga students. So, in this learning management system or in your child's dashboard, which will be the classroom of your child or the virtual classroom of your child, you will be seeing the different subjects enrolled to your child. So, let us assume that your child is a grade 2 pupil and you will be studying mathematics. So all you have to do is to look for the subject. So by the way, these are the list of subjects enrolled to your child. So in case you find mathematics, just click mathematics grade 2. Okay, so after finding mathematics grade 2, this is what's inside the course looks like. So we have here the grade level standards. When we say grade level standards, it will give you an idea on what your child will learn in the subject for the entire school year. And this grade level standard is given to us by the Department of Education. So, ito po yung pag-aaralan or dapat ma-attain ng mga grade 2 pupils at the end of the school year. And then, we also have here the details of the teachers. So, we have here the subject teacher's name, the contact email, and the schedule of their synchronous meeting. When we say synchronous meetings, parents, that means virtual meeting. So we also have here some buttons. We have announcement, attendance, and calendar of activities. So when we click the announcement, makikita po natin dito kung ano ba mga dapat i-prepare or mga announcement na gustong sabihin ng teacher. So we have an example, week 1 announcement. So kindly prepare the following materials needed for the week. Counters, cards, small whiteboard, and markers. So these are the things needed by your child for the entire week. So ilalagay na din po yan ng teacher. So you may access it ahead of time para ma-prepare nyo din po siya ng mas maaga. We also have here the attendance. As what Ma'am Chris and Ma'am Kai said a while ago, attendance will not be reflected on your child's grade. It is just for monitoring purposes of the teacher. Then we also have here calendar of activities. Since we are inside the math subject, so once you click the calendar of activities, you will be seeing the activities of this subject. So let us try to go to August since we will be starting our class on August. So as you can see, nakalagay na po dito, our dear parents, what are the different schedule of your child for the month. So nakalagay na on August 3, they will have face-to-face meeting from 8 o'clock to 9 from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. as well as on Wednesday and Friday. Nakalagay na din dito that on August 10, they have to submit home activity number 2. And then on Friday, they will be having an assessment or a quiz. So makikita na po natin dito kung ano ang magiging schedule ng ating mga anak for the entire month. So let's go back to our course. So as you can see, this math subject has 8 weeks for the first quarter. Lahat po ng subject, our first quarter, meron po tayong 8 weeks. So our lesson for the first quarter given by the DepEd ay inalot na po namin siya for 8 weeks. So as you can see, meron po tayong iba't ibang topic that the teacher will teach and that child will learn for a specific number of weeks. Then meron din tayong mga topics which will be taught by the teacher for a couple number of weeks. So let us try to go inside week 1, August 3 to 7. The topics are place value and reading and writing number. Under week 1, and you can see the learning competencies or the objectives of the lesson. Ito po yung mga dapat matutunan ng bata sa week na ito. So we have A1, give the place value and find the value of a digit in a 3-digit numbers. Unlike the learning competencies given by the DepEd, we have unpacked this learning competency. So as you can see, meron po kami dito mga binigay na example para guide din yung parents natin. So ones, tens, hundreds. So Ibig sabihin, hanggang dyan lang po yung dapat nating ituro sa mga grade 2 pupils natin. Then we also have our second learning competency, which is read and write numbers up to 1,000, but this time with emphasis from 101 to 1,000 in symbols and in words. So, our dear parents, as we navigate the week 1 lesson in math, you can see that we have 5 days. So in each day, indicated na po dito ang ating kung ano ang gagawin nila. For example, day 1, they will be having virtual meeting. Then on day 2, they will be having independent study. On day 3, they will be having virtual meeting. On day 4, they will be having independent study, and on day 5, they will be having another virtual meeting. But you may be asking, bakit wala pong activity under or learning experiences under day 4 and day 5? It is because your child needs to finish first the activity in day 3 before activities in day 4 open. So let us try to see what your child will do in day 1. So day 1 will be a virtual meeting session. So all you have to do, as you can see, our dear parents, to join a synchronous meeting or the virtual meeting for today, please click the link. So this link will redirect your child to the meeting room. In the meeting room, your child will be meeting his or his teacher as well as some of his classmates. So in the lower grade school, we will be doing it in a small group. So after doing the virtual meeting or during the virtual meeting, the activities in day 1 will be done by the students together with the rest of his classmates as well as his teacher. So for example, for example, the teacher will present the lesson through a story. So your child have to listen to this read aloud story. And then after that, as you can see, we have here the forward and the backward button. So they just have to click this. After reading the story or after listening to the story, there will be a comprehension check, of course. So let us try to attempt this. So these are the questions pertaining to the story. They just have to click what is the correct answer. By the way, this is not graded. We are just doing it to check what your child learned from the story. So after this, so let us go back to day 1. So after answering the activity, the learners will now download the study notes. So we will be providing your children study notes or lectures wherein they can read and study on their own time. So let's try to see what's inside our study notes. And ito po mga study note na ito ay crafted by our teacher. So you have the option, our dear parents, to save this one in a drive or in a flash drive, or you also have the option to print this and then put it in a portfolio or in your child's notebook, just like what we are doing in the past years, para maaral po niya kung kailan niya gusto, or if you have time, kung meron po tayong mga working parents, you have the option to study this at night, or kayo po ang bahala kung paano po kayo gagawa ng schedule at home. Pero meron po kaming schedule na ipo-provide, so you also have the option to follow our own schedule. So after studying the study note, by the way, the teacher will be teaching the content of the study note using PowerPoint presentation during the virtual meeting. So after this, your child will be given a reinforcement video wherein he or she is going to watch another video about the lesson. So after watching the video, let us go back to day 1. You have the option to use the backward and the forward button in our LMS. So your child will now be given skill building activity. So for this day, we have skill building number 1, base 10 blocks assessment. So let us try to attempt the quiz. Just click this box indicating that you have read and agreed on the above mentioned statement and then start attempt. As you noticed, LMS have redirected us to another window. Nag-open po tayo ng another window. Why? To assure that our children will not go back to the study note or will not watch the video while doing the quiz. So para nakafocus po yung ating mga anak dito sa ating assessment. So what is the correct number formed by the given baseline block? So they just have to answer this. By the way, naituro po ito ng teacher during virtual meeting at nakita din naman po natin doon sa reinforcement video na given din ito ni teacher. So your child, kailangan lang po, your child have to input his or her answer here and then click next page until he finishes the 10 questions in this assessment. So, let us assume that your child got 5 out of 10. You have the option to proceed to the next day. Or you also have the option to reattempt to answer the assessment to get higher score. So pwede nyo pong paulit sa anak nyo para magkaroon po siya ng mas higher score if you want that. But we assure you, our dear parents, that your child will not be answering the same set of questions na sinagutan niya nung unang attempt niya. So if dito po sa LMS namin, if we are asking your child to answer 10 questions, ang ina-upload po namin ay triple number of questions. So we uploaded 30 questions or 40 questions to make sure that during the second attempt or the third attempt of your child, he will not be answering the same set of questions. So para magkaroon po tayo ng mastery. So that's the end of day 1, our dear parents. So after doing day 1, day 2 will now open. So in your child's LMS, day 2 is closed. Since you have to finish first the activities in day 1. So after finishing the activities in day 1, for example, you have done these activities on Monday, so mag-open na din po ng Monday ang day 2. Pwede, you may be asking, pwede na ba itong gawin ng anak nyo on Monday? The answer is yes. So you have the option kung kailan po ito gagawin ng anak nyo. Pwede din yung gawin ito ng Tuesday kung dahil iyon po ang nakalagay, day 2, August 4, that is Tuesday. So we have here different online games. We have reinforcement, online lesson resources na pwede pong basahin, pwedeng laruin ng inyong mga anak to make sure na matutunan niya yung content ng lesson. So each formative assessment or yung mga skill building activities po, they can be accessed, as I have said, for an unlimited number of times, but the question will not be the same from the previous attempt. This was done to ensure that our learners can learn on their own. So all formative assessments in the LMS will be recorded. So lahat po na magiging sagot ng inyong mga anak ay ma-record po sa ating grade book. So dito po, makikita nyo din kung ano yung mga naging score ng anak nyo. So for example, you are working, tapos your son or your daughter answered a skill building activity. So makikita nyo po dito kung ano yung naging score ng anak nyo during that skill building activity. So this data will only be used by the teachers as a basis in assessing whether a learner attained the skill or the learning competency expected of him. So hindi po namin yung sasama sa computation ng grades ng inyong mga anak. At this moment, we are still waiting for the implementing guidelines from the Department of Education about how to assess or how to give grades to your children. So other forms of assessment, such as performance tasks, will be held using various technology tools and outcomes, such as vlogs, podcasts, portfolios, and other learning products. So you just have to repeat the same process on day 3. So that's a virtual meeting again. So these activities in the LMS will be done by your child with the guidance of the teacher. Since virtual meeting, mamimit po niya yung teacher niya. So after gawin ni student ang mga day 3 activities, day 4 will now open. That's an independent study. You still have the option on when to do these activities during independent study. And after that, on Friday, they will have another virtual meeting. And during virtual meeting, our dear parents, it's not just about discussion of a lesson or review of the lesson, um, we allot time for consultation, feedbacking, kumustahan, tatanungin namin how are the students are doing at home or in our class. We will also have mga informal conversations to make sure that our learners will learn holistically. So there you have it, our dear parents, at the end of my presentation for today. I hope na nalinawan po tayo kung ano ang magiging virtual classroom ng ating mga anak ngayong school year. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Sir Jomar. Dear parents, let's all cheer and clap for Sir Jomar. He really worked hard for this elements of presentation. He is one of the members of the academic council, and he has been mentoring our teachers, especially the math department, in designing and redesigning their learning plans according to the new modality for the school year. Actually, medyo challenging, Sir Jomar, ang math, di ba? Kasi ang daming competencies.
Yes, Teacher Chris, I agree. But we assure our parents na kagaya nung mga previous school year natin, gagawin pa rin natin ang best natin para sa ating mga Sagradan learners.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir Jomar. Sir Jom, pahinga na tayo.
Yes, so thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, for the last presenter, we have Sir Von, High School. Hi, Sir Von.
Hi, Ma'am Chris. Hi, Ma'am Kai. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, parents, and welcome to our meeting for this morning. So for today, for my demo, so I'll be presenting the high school learning module. So may I present my screen first? All right, so there you have it. So you can see we have here the website for our LMS. So you just have to type mdsflms.com and you enter and you click the enter button. Then afterwards, you'll be seeing this cover, this interface. So all you have to do is to log in. So we have to log in here. Okay, so using your account. So your account, by the way, will be provided upon enrollment. So you have to access it. So we have here, so you have to type your username and your password. So in this case, so I'll be using a student account so that you could see, okay, a rundown of what will your child be seeing. Okay, so there you have it. So we have here the interface or the dashboard. So this is the student dashboard. So you could see here the following courses or the following subjects wherein your child is enrolled. So in our case, so let's look for our class. So by the way, dear parents, I'll be teaching English Communication Arts and Skills for grade 9. So that will be our subject for this year. So all we have to do is to look for the subject and we will be entering it there. Okay, so there we have it. Okay, so I have here the subject. So this is English Communication Arts and Skills for grade 9. So here, what you can see are the following. So you have the grade level standard. So these are the expected things, expected learnings that your child will get at the end of this quarter. Then you can see it here, our subject teachers. So the subject will be handled by 2 teachers. Okay, so we have our emails, okay, and we have the schedule of the synchronous meeting. So by the way, synchronous meetings is similar to virtual meetings. So if you see the word virtual meeting, so that's the time wherein we meet your children, we meet the students. So what to expect during virtual meetings? So we have there the kumustahan session. We could also have there the other clarifications regarding the subject, the discussions, of course, the reinforcements, and of course some Q&A wherein if you have the students have some clarifications or questions regarding the subject, regarding the lesson, so that's the time wherein we address all of them. Okay, then after that, we have the performance standards. So these standards are prescribed by the Department of Education. And as what have Sir Jomar and Teacher Tin have discussed a while ago, so we'll be following the milk or the most important learning competencies, okay, that the DepEd has prescribed to cater the needs of your children. Okay, so we have here now the announcements wherein I'll be posting or there's some important announcements for children. So it may be subject related, it may be school related. Then we have here also the attendance wherein um, we will be seeing the attendance of your children. And by the way, this is strictly for monitoring purposes only. So this will not have an impact, okay, in the performance or grades of your child. Okay. Then we have here the calendar of activities. So this is a virtual calendar wherein you could see what will be the upcoming activities for week. Okay, so this will be on a weekly basis so that you have an idea already. You could browse it in advance. What are the forthcoming activities that may happen during the week, and what are the things that your child has to prepare, and what are the materials, or in case there will be a project or some important resources that your child needs. Okay, then we have here now the lesson is divided into weeks. So this is for demo purposes only. So I have prepared, okay, the subject for the week 1. So you can see here under week 1, so that covers from August 3 to 7, and the lesson that has to be discussed. Okay, then below that are the competencies. So what are the expected learning competencies that your child will be getting during that week, right? So I have here 2 competencies. So there will be 2 lessons for the week that we have to study. Now, let's go now to the day-to-day basis. So let's have day 1. So day 1 under English 9 is scheduled as a virtual meeting. So in order for your class, for your children to join the meeting, so they just have to click this a link here. So this link will direct them to the meeting room wherein they'll be meeting their classmates, and also they'll be meeting their teachers. Okay, so this is just a sample schedule. Then this will be the sequence of the activities that will be done during the period. All right. So for the first activity, so of course, before we start with the formal discussion, so we will have first some kumustahan, and we will also have some icebreakers. Okay, for us to break the tension before going into the formal discussion. Then we also have here the house rules that we will be providing. Aside from the rules and regulations that the school will be providing, we also have our house rules on our subject. What are the requirements or whatever things that has to be discussed, so that from the beginning, so that the students will be oriented already. So what to expect during our period. Then we have here some study notes or some handouts that we'll be providing to the students. So this will be in PDF format. Then after that, after the discussion, so we will have this assignment. Now, for the assignments, it may be done during the independent study period. So that will be from Tuesdays, every Tuesdays and Thursdays. And by the way, dear parents, this LMS system has a security feature that before moving on to the next activity, so they have first to accomplish the first one. So it will not direct them to the other parts, but instead they have to do the activity sequentially in order for them to be able to advance to the next activity. So just like this one, so you could see here the restricted button. It means that it won't be available unless the activity has been completed. So they have first to do it. They have first to finish that. All right. Then We have here, so I have here the activities for from day 1 to day 5 of the week. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays will be for virtual meeting. And we have here Tuesdays and Thursdays for the independent study. So for the independent study, for example, this one, so there are materials that has been prepared, okay? So in this case, so I have prepared them some video that they have to watch, and these videos are carefully selected by the teachers. So rest assured that these videos are student friendly, okay, that these videos are carefully selected to meet the competencies or to meet the learning requirements of your child. All right, so that's it for the example. Then also we have provided here some handouts, and we have here some worksheets. Now, the activities or the worksheets may be in form of a PDF file, just like this one, or it could be coming from the LMS. So in case of the LMS, so there will be a question bank wherein we have prepared, let's say, 30 to 40 questions that will be shuffled. So expect that your child, upon retaking the activity, retaking the quiz or whatever activity it is, the same questions will not be repeated. So that will be a shuffle of the questions. So that's why we have to prepare um, triple or quadruple of the number of items that your child will be taking. So that's, and these things are teacher made. So we have prepared this for your children, um, customized to their customized to the subject and customized to the learning needs of your children. Okay, so also, apart from this, so there are times that we'll be having some sessions wherein we'll be asking them so how they feel about the subject. So some sort of evaluation, some sort of reflection wherein we will be asking them, so how is it having this online session, or if there are some things that has to be clarified. So we are very much open to consultations. Okay, so rest assured, our dear parents, that your child will be getting the same quality education that they have during the time that we're having this face-to-face meeting with them. So it's just that we have taken this virtually, but the quality still made for the Sagradan Excellence. Okay, so there you have it. So these are my presentation for this morning. So I hope that I may able to shed some light to some of your inquiries or some of your curiosities regarding the LMS system. So thank you very much, and a pleasant morning to all. Thank you, Teacher Chris and Teacher Kai.
Thank you so much, Sir Vaughn. Dear parents from the high school department, please, let's give Sir Vaughn a round of applause. Sir Vaughn, thank you so much. Happy weekend.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Teacher Kai. Have a happy weekend, ma'am.
Thank
Okay,
you.
pahinga na tayo. All right. So there you have it, the series of demonstrations for our LMS. I hope that you were able to have a clear overview of what is going to be, how will the virtual classroom or the virtual campus of your child will look like for the school year 2020-2021. And you know, our dear parents, just to give you an idea, it hasn't been that easy designing, redesigning, and setting up all of these technical requirements like the learning management system, and the capacity support for our teachers, given the many restrictions that our government has been giving us. But because of our passion, because of our strong desire to still be of service to your families, we are doing whatever we can at the moment to still continue to be of service to you and your children. Now, I will be presenting again Okay? Dear parents, nandyan pa po ba kayo? Kumusta po? Okay? Usually po, pag nasa social hall tayo ngayon, may pamerienda, di ba? Kaso po ngayon, wala. Okay? Pwede naman po kayong magkape, mag-snacks while watching. Okay? All right. Okay, so a while ago, may mga nagtatanong how reliable the grading system would be. How will the students be? How would we know if sila talaga yung sumagot? Teacher Kai, what is the grading system?
Okay. Answer to that question is that there will be grades and scholastic progress reports. Student outputs and progress are reflected in the learning management system. Yun po yung kaninang pinakita. The Department of Education has yet to release its implementing guidelines in assessment, grading, and award system. So yan po yung matagal na namin hinihintay din na ilabas ng DepEd. So for sure po, we will comply kung ano po yung
Yes.
sasabihin nila sa atin.
And Teacher Kai, I have 100% feeling na it's going to change differently.
I'm sure there's gonna be an overhaul sa grading system kasi nga po, lalo na po ngayon, ako as an educator, parang ang personally, medyo siguro po dun muna po tayo, wag na muna po tayo dun sa mga honors, sa mga competition. Kailangan ang kalaban po muna ng bata sa panahon na ito ay yung sarili niya. Kasi po, with all honesty po, alam po natin na ang online learning, the integrity of the students and at the same time of their parents will really come in the picture. Kasi po, may times na sasagutan yung mga bata. Wala naman po yung teacher to check. So, ngayon po kailangan ma-instill na natin yung being truthful, being honest dun sa mga bata. At mas ma-appreciate nila yung pagtingin sa sarili nilang progress.
Exactly.
So, next question.
Are quizzes graded? What about performance tasks?
Okay. Quizzes and other written assessments will not be graded. They will be used for skill building. But this may change according to the guidelines of the DepEd.
Yes, as early as now, we have agreed po na the quizzes will be used for skill building.
Yes.
Okay. Performance tasks are authentic and criteria will be given for S.A.F.E and FLY programs.
Actually, Teacher Chris, ito din yung talagang skill na natutunan ng mga teachers natin, how to integrate PETAs.
Yes,
So,
later.
Yeah,
we will
makikita
show.
po natin yun.
Okay.
What about the interaction and socialization of the students? So, Teacher Chris, ito madaming, ako as a parent, ito din talaga, lalo na for lower grades, I'm sure ito po yung magiging malaking challenge nitong pandemic. So, answer, Teacher Chris.
There will be activities. Okay, for the elementary and high school, there will be activities for online collaboration during independent study. However, for the grades 1 to 3, sa una muna dahil nandiyan si parent, sila muna ang magko-collaborate.
Yes.
For grades 4 to grade 12, they will be given a lot of activities for collaboration because just like what I said, their peers have great influence over them.
Right.
So social learning theory.
But we will just, don't worry for our dear parents, as educators, we will be taking into consideration yung size ng mga groups. So basically, mas bata, small groups talaga siya.
Exactly. What are the guidelines for students in attending the virtual meetings and the independent study? There will be code of conduct to be integrated in the homeroom and by the student well-being officer. So hindi po rin po, dear parents, hindi po mawawala dito yung mga homeroom sessions natin.
Right.
So nakita po natin, every start of the activity of the day, meron po silang mga 20 to 30 minutes na kumustahan. Dito po natin, dito pa rin po papasok yung discipline in the virtual classroom.
Right. How about the other activities that the students from FLY and S.A.F.E can learn and experience apart from the academic modules?
Yes, that's a good question. So, ito naman po yung value side ng learning. We will still implement the Virtues Project. These are formation activities that will be designed by our student well-being officer. That's part of the academic support. How will online learning maximize engagement among students in a class and among teachers and students? Ito po yung tanong kanina. So we're gonna leverage on technology. Today's learners are very well versed with the use of technology. Actually po, tayo pong mga digital migrants, tayo pong mga parents, tayo po yung mag-a-adjust. But with them, this is already their language. They were born in this technology. And that's why this is the most prescribed strategy in engaging them. As teachers design technology-integrated learning, student participation will likely increase.
Will the students be grouped by section, and how many students per class?
Yes, they will still be grouped into sections, and each will have a homeroom advisor who will act as a parent in the virtual classroom. And teacher-to-student ratio is the same as the face-to-face in MDSF. It's still small.
Okay. What about the attention span of the children, particularly in the pre-elementary? So in the pre-elementary, activities uploaded in the preschool are more experiential and sensorial. Kaya po, kanina may question sa chat box kung bakit pa din merong books.
Yes.
So ang answer po namin, kasi po bilang educators and people who are very engaged in doing research, ang pinakikita po sa research, yung po yung magiging challenge din ngayon sa atin pong dalawa. Sa school and sa bahay, yung meron pa rin po dapat kasing books. Wala po talagang sinasabi nila na wala pa rin po talagang makakatalo dun sa may book. So
yung may affairs sila with the books.
Yes.
Interaction.
Lalo na po sa pre-elementary, we are starting to really help them further develop their fine motor skills. So talaga pong kung mas maganda po sa mga magpapaaral ng pre-elementary sa amin, junior CASA, advanced CASA, and kinder, may printer po sana sa bahay din to also print kung ano yung mga ipapakita. Pero kung wala naman po, wala ding problema. There will be a lot of options along the way. Makikita nyo naman po, merong mga alternative options na ibibigay yung mga teachers.
Yes, kasi alam natin, teacher, kayo na budget is really important.
Right.
Now. Okay. The technology integrated activities are, this is for the pre-elementary, videos, games, singing of songs. Sa virtual meetings, ito po yung mga mag-show and tell sila, magko-conversation po sila. Okay. What will happen during electricity disruption or brownout? Ayan ang mga tanong. Or yung nagfa-fluctuate ang internet connection, alam po natin yan. Or parang baka nga po hindi na po gas or gasolina ang importante come August. Data or bandwidth na. What if the child experiences disconnection from the internet? During the face-to-face classes, the classes are disrupted due to typhoon, right? But the beauty of flexible e-learning is that they can resume with their tasks for as long as they know the instruction and that they are able to access the learning materials. Synchronous classes will have video, text counterparts. Unlike before po na pag sinabing may ashfall o kaya may typhoon, di ba po kahit po signal number 1, basta malakas ang ulan, minsan wala nang pasok. One whole day po, yung kung 8 yung subjects, 8 po ang na-miss. Pero po ngayon, hindi na po niya mamimiss kasi once na nagkaroon po siya ng connection or once na nagkaroon ng kuryente, back to studying na siya.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Tapos yun nga po, again, meron po kaming mga isasend na yung translation po nung na-miss niya,
Yes.
teachers might be sending a recorded session,
Slides.
slides, or basta po, we will make sure na makakahabol pa rin po yung bata.
Yes.
How is MDSF getting ready for these programs? How are the teachers being prepared for this technology?
We have already submitted our learning continuity programs to the Department of Education. And this is also to inform you, our dear parents, that the head in the division office, DepEd for private schools, si Ma'am Dr. Cecil Custodio, when she saw our learning continuity program, she even gave us some encouraging words of affirmation na, good job, prepared na prepared kayo. Okay. Our LMS is in place, just like what I said, hindi po siya ganun kadali. Infrastructure and technical requirements are secured. Our teachers have been undergoing a comprehensive training under resource experts in curriculum and instruction and educational technology. And we also have trainings on updating our skills. Ayan po ang isang sample ng aming virtual meeting. Actually po, ang maganda po ngayon, yung mga teachers po namin, they are also acting as students. Naka-enroll din po sila sa learning management system namin. At for every teacher po namin ay may subject sila. So iba po yung sa educational technology, iba naman po yung sa capacity building sa sa LMS. So, para din po silang mga students ngayon. This is one session under our educational technology consultant, Dr. Ferdinand B. Pitagan. He is the Dean of School of Education at the National Teachers College. He is also at present a UNESCO specialist and consultant, a graduate of the University of the Philippines with a degree of Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Technology. Siya po talaga ang isa sa mga pinaka renowned, most sought expert sa bansa. He obtained his doctorate degree at the International Christian University, Tokyo, Japan, and he is also a research fellow at Tokyo Gakugei University. At lahat po kami ay very influenced by Dr. Pitagan. He is our idol, he is our peg. Whenever we would have virtual meetings with him, it's as if we are doing a face-to-face meeting.
How will you conduct your exams or tests? How can you know if a student is not cheating during the online exam or test?
So just like what Teacher Kai said about integrity, items in the exams will be completely different in the e-learning setup. Regarding academic dishonesty or cheating, the school stand is this. Whether it is face-to-face or e-learning, nothing is gained from cheating. Kapag po nandaya ang bata or ang parent, tinanggalan po natin ng pagkakataon ang bata to further with his learning.
Yes, kasi Teacher Chris, I'm sure as parents, ako rin, there are times whenever I see my child really having a hard time working on something, minsan yung pong pagiging parent natin comes in the picture. However, pinakikiusap po namin sa mga parents, lalo na po pag talagang in-enroll nyo yung mga bata sa MDSF for this school year, talaga pong we have to really, control ourselves and let their teachers identify sino-sino ba sa mga batang ito ang medyo nahihirapan kasi magre-reflect po yun dun sa mga assessments, sa mga worksheets, sa mga independent study activities na isasubmit ng bata.
Yes.
Okay. What are the other materials that we need to prepare?
Okay, we will be giving the families a list of materials to be purchased in advance. Ito po yung mga school supplies. However, just like what we said, we can make use of what we have at the moment. During this pandemic, we know that we have to be practical.
Right.
Okay.
And the teachers also have this in mind bago po sila, yung habang nagpa-plan.
Yes. What kind of performance tasks will be given to the learner? So I'm going to have a quick run through of the different performance tasks. So for this school year, we have also trained our teachers to integrate performance tasks. So these are examples. Okay. All right. So for the pre-elementary, this is a sample. Just like what I said, the performance the performance tasks are based on the performance standards for every quarter. So this is a sample of the performance standards that are expected of the children for the kindergarten level. So nandiyan na rin po yung content. And then as they design the performance tasks, there will be an integrating theme or an integrating center. So for this case, it's the language at hinanapan po nila ng mga common common theme itong mga ito at in-integrate naman po nila. So na-train po natin ang ating mga teachers for that. So they came up with a clustering of the performance tasks. Like for example, for the first quarter, the role of the child is he or she is going to pretend or to be a vlogger. These are the integrated products. For reading and language, the child is expected to come up with a catchy introduction of the vlogger kasi po ang kanyang performance standard ay to be able to introduce himself. Sa Filipino naman po ay clip na nagpapakita ng tamang pangangalaga at pag-iingat sa katawan. So dun po isa na lang po yung product nila. Dun sa vlog na yon ipapakita nagwa-wash siya ng hands, kumakain siya ng breakfast and all that. So sa cultural studies or sa science, one clip showing the appropriate ways of taking care of the body and preventing the spread of the virus. Sa ESP naman po is a clip in the vlog wherein they are going to express how they are feeling during the pandemic. So yan po yung maganda dun sa thematic kasi isa po yung theme pero iba't iba po yung mga competencies na ilalabas dun sa bata. For math, since the performance task is sorting, a house tour where the child will sort his toys according to their shapes, sizes, and colors. So that is our integration. Ito naman po yung sample sa grade 6. So again, binibase, hindi po basta mag-iisip lang ng PETA ngayon. They need to be anchored on the performance standards and the content standards. So ito po siya for grade 6. So dyan po ibe-base ang mga performance tasks. So meron din po again na integrating center for this case, it's the EPP. So ito po yung mga products that they need to come up with. The role is to become, they're gonna pretend that they are an aspiring entrepreneur who is facing a COVID-19 pandemic. So medyo relevant then. You will present your marketing plan to the local trade and industry governing agency. You need to come up with a marketing plan and promotional video for your small food business that includes the following. So, ito na po yung mga competencies or mga products. Arts, business name and logo. English, a 3 to 4 paragraph introduction explaining the nature of the business. Sa TLE, information regarding the food product that you will sell. Science, a description of the process involved in food production. Sa math, a budget allocation and computation of the product budget. Sa music, a marketing jingle that responds to the beats in music and a time signature. Ito po yung mga pag-aaralan nila for 2 months, ha? And PE, accompanying dance movement to the jingle. For health, a description of proper food, handling, and preparation practices. So kamukha po na sinabi natin kanina, yung flow po ng ating learning design or ng learning experience, magsisimula po yan lahat sa performance standards given by the Department of Education. But it will all boil down to how the learning experience is designed. Kaya po, itong mga products na to ay gearing towards, ay yung mga activities po na ibibigay ng mga teachers ay gearing towards the creation of these products. Okay, yan. Maraming tanong dito, Teacher Kai.
What is the assurance of the effectiveness of online education that MDSF offers?
So, marami pong nagtanong nito. Again, we would be hypocrite if we say we are 100% ready, this is 100% successful, this is 100% sure that is effective. Kasi po, first time that we will be doing this, we are doing our best. But the effectiveness of the program will depend on the teamwork or the collaboration of the home and the teacher. There will be times, maybe after a month or a few weeks of the implementation, magmi-meeting po ang mga parents or magpapasurvey po sa mga parents, how has it been, magbibigay po kayo ng input, and then we improve.
Yeah, actually, Teacher Chris, whenever we hear comments like this is gonna be the first time of MDSF to be implementing such program, ang ano rin po namin, siguro po ang nagiging assurance din po sa amin ay lahat naman po tayo talaga, even non-educational institutions, first time po talaga tong technology ganito ka-heavy. Kumbaga po, dati may technology integration na by the use of different tools like mga PowerPoint presentation or yung mga website integration. Pero po ngayon kasi, yung internet, yan po, or yung mga gadgets na to, ito po yung main platform na gagamitin natin. So, I'm sure po, sa lahat ng schools, ganito din po ang na-experience nila. But maybe as one of the administrators of the school, maybe what makes us different from other schools, ako po ay gusto ko na pong magbuhat ng bangko at this time, is that, our school has been known to really listening to constructive feedback.
Yeah.
How are we gonna further improve? So, sa totoo lang po, ang magiging success po nitong program na to ay talagang nakasalalay dun sa strong partnership, collaboration, coordination, cooperation nyo po, our dear parents, dun po talaga. Kasi ang maipapangako po namin after our implementation, there will be a series of dialogue. We will be opening our communication channels. Of course, we cannot please everyone. Ako, mahirap po iyon. Pero at least, for as long as naka head tayo towards the realization of our vision and mission, yan po ay talagang gagawin po natin yan.
And also to Teacher Kai, if your child is learning and if your child is having fun, if your child is able to create learning outputs, these are indicators that the child is effectively learning.
Okay.
Teachers will monitor student output submission via the LMS. May mga evidences of learning naman. Both parents are working outside. How can we assist our child in the e-learning? Yes. Ako din po, working parent.
Ako rin po.
Parents have the option to avail of our tutorial services, but that's going to be released on a later date. Learning facilitators will assist the students in undertaking the learning sessions. However, this is one separate service of the institution, and this is optional. You may avail of the online tutorial services in the school, or you may avail outside. Wala pong
And
force.
Teacher Chris, actually kanina sa chat box, may nagtanong din, yung kunyari daw ba na 5 days na school days na tinatawag, pwede din ba kasi nga minsan siguro nagva-vary yung schedule ng parent and ng bata. So pwede daw ba na parang maging 3? That's why po, kung makikita nyo po, very flexible po talaga.
Yes.
Yan na po yung mga nasa isip namin nung dinedesign namin tong program na to. At after po namin i-implement, makikita po natin yung yung mga feedback na manggagaling sa inyo. Paano pa po ba namin to mai-improve?
Yes.
Alright.
Teacher Kai, maganda yung sinabi ni Mrs. Pomilar. There will always be birth pains. Totoo po yan. For this new type of learning, rest assured, partnership between the school and parents.
Thank you so much po.
Yes, we
Thank
call this
you.
birth pains.
Right.
What is the recommended setup at home during the online learning?
So as early as now, set a routine and allot a study space to condition the mind of your child towards positive study habits. So as early as now, teacher,
yes,
alam mo,
because it's already June.
meron kami mga nakikita po ng mga parents natin na nagsisend ng mga pictures nila.
Yes.
Na, may isang maliit na room,
Corner.
corner. It doesn't have to be grand, pero
Yes.
siguro po ang kailangan talaga, yung mindset lang ng bata na
Pag nandun siya,
school time to.
yes,
Right.
that's good. At na po, technical requirements. What are the necessary things we parents need to provide so we can plan or allocate funds to avail such? Alam naman po natin, we are in a pandemic situation. Yung iba po, kung 3 ang anak ko, bibili ba ako ng 3 laptop? Kailangan ba may printer? First thing that we need to do is to take a look first at what is available in our home. Kung meron, ito na po siya.
Pwede po nilang picturean.
Yes, pwede po nating picturean to.
Screenshot.
These are the recommended technical requirements. All right, for the hardware processor, if you are using desktop or laptop, ito naman po yung memory or the operating system, the internet speed, technical requirements for internet connection, internet browser, settings for browser, at pwede rin po ang tablet. Actually, the LMS is mobile-friendly as well. Kung wala po kayong laptop, desktop, or tablet, if you have a smartphone, doon muna po kayo. Wag na muna po.
But tama po yung sinabi ni Teacher Chris, pero sa mga bata po kasi, it will be helpful kung mas malaki yung screen. So, you will see it along the way. I mean, hindi po kailangan bumili na at this point of time, but at least be ready. Pero rest assured po na yung mga sinagot niyo po ng survey na only cellphone lang ang meron, we had those in mind po.
Yes. Okay, do I need to buy printer and headphones for my children? No need to buy a printer. Headphones are strongly suggested in order for your child, grade 1 to 12, to listen well and focus on synchronous sessions. Teacher Kai, yung printer naman sa pre-elementary, nasabi ko.
Yeah, actually, kanina po binanggit po namin, sa pre-elementary, it would still be helpful kung yung mga i-upload ni teacher doon ng mga worksheets ay ma-print pa rin po natin kasi dyan po natin tuturuan sila kung paano magsulat. So, iba pa rin po kasi yung kanina teacher Tin was able to show parang a worksheet na pwedeng sagutan online.
Yes.
Kaya lang po ako po as an early childhood educator for more than 10 years, napatunayan po natin, iba pa rin po talaga yung paghawak ng bata ng pencil or any writing tool para matuto siya.
Okay.
Alright.
We do not have a webcam. What do we do? So you're not required to buy a webcam. It is meant to humanize the e-learning experience. Kamukha po na sinabi naman kanina, makita man lang po nung anak natin, siya pala yung teacher ko, ito pala yung mga classmate ko. Can your system or website hold the traffic when all users log in and access it at all at the same time? We have already boosted. It can accommodate 2,000 users simultaneously. What if we experience issues in accessing the portal in LMS? ICT hotline will be on standby to attend to the needs and issues of our users. However, kapag po ang mga problema ay may kinalaman na po sa device, sa hardware, sa printer, sa internet connection, hindi na po siya sakop ng aming ICT. Ang sakop po ng ICT namin ay ang LMS at ang mga portal.
Pero actually, Teacher Chris, bigyan din po namin sila ng tip. Actually, marami po kami mga parents na mga talagang hindi din well-versed sa paggamit ng mga hardware. Pero po, napaka-helpful po ng YouTube. Pag may question, type nyo lang po, how to troubleshoot. Ano po yung sa mga hardware. Ang masasagot lang po talaga namin is yung sa aming learning management system. Yan po yung pinrovide natin.
At saka Teacher Kai, kasi yung husband ko po nasa ICT din siya, meron siyang tinuro sa akin, if everything goes wrong, turn it off, turn it on, reset.
Right.
Okay.
Will
they use books? Yes, there will be physical books that will be used as main references of learning and skill building. Kamukha po kanina sa learning plan, aside from the educational technology resources or mga website, mga game-based learning, sasagot din po sila ng libro, magbabasa din po sila sa libro. What is the flexible book payment option? So unlike in the previous years where it was our school policy that they are required to purchase the books from the school, since it is pandemic, we have a pandemic situation, na parents now have the option to procure your books from other sources. Paano daw, Teacher, kayong may sulat na? So syempre, dahil po nagtitipid tayo, buburahin po natin yon. Pag naman po ballpen, snowflake na po natin. Correction na po natin.
Actually,
kesa po bumili tayo
yes, and the school management has been very, very generous this time. Kasi po ngayon, naisip po namin yung, kumbaga na alam po namin na meron din pong mga talagang naapektuhan yung mga business nila. But then, mamaya, Teacher Chris will be explaining further po yung sa tuition fee.
Okay,
so, makikita po natin, ano po yung mga, kasi some parents po may na-receive din po kaming mga feedback na feeling nila wala namang nabawas. So, ipakikita po namin kung ano yung mga nabawas at kung ano yung mga hindi po namin masyado talagang matanggal. Kasi po, yun po yung magiging talagang, kumbaga, meat ng ating ng ating program na yon.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, will there be uniform, standard set on the textbook material? Are all materials same whether you're using textbooks or e-books? The list of book titles will be released. Actually, naka-release na po siya. Parents have the options to enrich the resources by providing other books. Teacher Kai, maybe sa chat box, pakilagay na doon ang link ng mga listahan ng books. Actually, yung isa pong sumasagot sa chat box, si Miss Criselda Evangelista. She's our finance officer. Miss Cres, please put there the link of the list of the books. Okay.
And Teacher Chris, can you please give emphasis din, yung e-books po ay hindi po sa amin manggagaling.
Yeah.
So meron po kasi mga parents na akala po sa school nila bibilin yung e-book. So hindi po sa amin manggagaling. Ang tanging meron po kami ngayon as of the moment is yung textbook. So pwede po nilang bilhin yung textbook sa amin, pwedeng manghiram, nasa sa inyo po iyon.
Yes. Are there still books available in the bookstore in case we can find one? Yes, we will be releasing the steps in purchasing reference books online. Since we're on e-learning, why do we still need physical books? Instead, we may use e-books so that if the questionnaire they can easily answer and teachers will check right away. Again, we are not selling e-book, but you have the option to use it. However, the school is not selling ebooks, you may purchase it directly from our publishing companies. Doon po sa listahan ng mga books, nandun po kung saan po ninyo makuha. It could be from Rex Bookstore, Phoenix Books Company, or Joe S. Marami po
Pero
yan.
Teacher Chris, ang kailangan po nila ay same title and same edition.
Edition.
Kasi pag sinabi ni teacher, please answer your book, your textbook, answer the pages, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. Pag mali po yung edition natin, magkakalituhan po. Hindi kasi siya updated.
Yes.
So, dapat same edition.
With learning resources such as links from the internet, books, and other sources being made available by the school, yes, everything will be indicated in the learning management system. I noticed that books are the only ones included in the fees. Does it mean we need to buy notebooks separately, or will we not use notebooks anymore? So given the current pandemic, it is practical not to buy separate notebooks for each subject. Kamukha po nung ginagawa natin dati na pag 10 yung subjects or 8, ganun din po kadami. Students may use a thick notebook and divide it into different subjects. Or, kung wala po tayong budget, students may have online notes or folders where they can store their handouts and other learning materials. Ang maganda naman po ngayon, di na tayo bibili ng school shoes, di na tayo bibili ng uniform, di na tayo bibili ng bag.
Ayun, Teacher Chris, pero dapat po pala, hindi po requirement na mag school uniform. Nasa sa inyo po yan kung gusto pa mag school uniform, pero hindi po namin nire-require. Ang kailangan lang po, wear decent clothes.
Yeah.
Kahit po dun sa mga parents na papasok dun sa frame, kailangan po, we will still follow our dress code policy.
Yeah. Okay. The books may be picked up from the school during scheduled dates. Are the books to be delivered by school for each house? We're looking at this possibility, but at the moment, it will be done via pick-up in the cashier or in the gymnasium, following social distancing protocols. Okay. Opting for flexible books, old books from siblings, or ebook for grade 11. Payment of 1,860 for materials. So what materials? So for our grades 11 and 12, they will still have the EBSCO online research portal. This is their gateway to access a wide range of researches and empirical studies that they will be needing when they work on their research projects. And for junior CASA to grade 10, we have the Scholastic Prime program. So ito po yung parang magiging virtual library nila. Okay. This is the Scholastic. We have been partnered with the Scholastic Prime English program. So given the pandemic, they can access stories and literature via online. Okay, so i-measure po ang lexile level or ang comprehension ng inyong anak, and then ipapakita po sa inyo ang lexile score, kung siya po ba ay pang grade 1 or pang grade 2 na ang kanyang reading comprehension level. And then after diagnosing the lexile level of your child, meron po tayong mga recommended books that are developmentally appropriate, interest-based, makikita na pwede po nilang basahin online, or pwede rin po nilang magpahiram. Pwede po nila kayong utusan na manghiram ng libro na to sa library. Available po siya. Kaya po meron po bibigyan po kayo ng student ID ng school. Para po kung gusto po nyong manghiram ng mga books sa library, ay pwede po kayong papasukin ng school. Now, after that, each reading activity has corresponding quiz. So, ite-take po nila yung quiz na yon online din, at bibigyan po sila ng mga items pertaining to that story, and then ipapakita po kung naintindihan po ba niya ang kanyang binasa. So, the lexile will also be improved. Okay. So, yan po yung binayaran ninyo na 1,860 pesos.
Do you offer ebooks for students abroad?
Yeah, we understand that there are some parents na apektuhan din ng lockdown. Dapat idadrilan nila yung anak nila dito, but because of the circumstances, their children are with them in UAE and in other, meron pa pong Canada, Australia na nag-i-inquire. So you may contact the Rex Bookstore, Phoenix Company, the Joe S. Publishing Companies, or if you want po, you may order it from the school and the school will have it delivered abroad.
Opo, actually meron din po nagtatanong kanina dito na nasa Riyadh yung anak nila, tapos babalik po sila once flights, yung pong restriction ay inopen na binabana ng mga airlines. So pwede na pong mag-enroll kahit po basta po Filipino citizens, same procedure, enrollment procedure, tsaka po yung requirements, same lang po sila basta kailangan Filipino citizen yung mga bata, pwede na po. That's what's
The
really
beauty of
beautiful
flexible
about this.
online learning.
Dumami po ang ating ngayon. Geographically,
Yeah.
lumawak po talaga yung naging
Because-
market natin.
Because the
ngayon.
internet technology knows no borders.
Right.
Okay. Is it possible not to buy books for the school year? We can just check on the web for references on the subjects and lessons to be taught. This is with regards also to the cost of tuition fees that we need to pay. For FLY and SAFE programs, the books are going to be part of the learning activities of the student for skill building. Importante po yung books. Now, we understand, Teacher Chris, di talaga kaya ng budget. Teacher Chris, niraraos na talaga namin ngayon. We have been hit financially by the pandemic. It is your option for as long as meron pong alternative. Kayo po, dahil wala na po kami dun sa class, dun sa anak ninyo, it is now your option to supply an alternative activity. Just make sure, ito lang po, dito po yung importante, just make sure that the contents of that activity is aligned with what is in the book.
But you know what, Teacher Chris, another good thing, pagka binili nila yung book is, naalala po ba natin yung kaninang binention ni Teacher Chris about the most essential learning competencies na binigay ng DepEd ngayon dahil nga po kumonti na yung school days namin. Tapos kumpara po dun sa normal. So let's say yung dati pong pinag-aaralan ng mga dating grade 4, pinakonti po siya ng DepEd ngayon. Ang kagandahan po, pag bumili po kayo ng textbook, yun po kasing libro na yon, nandun po yung kompleto. Based po yun sa curriculum guide, nung kompleto pa yung competency. So, some parents, meron po silang, may mga parents din po na parang hindi sila masyadong comfortable na yung most essential learning competencies lang yung pag-aaralan ng bata. So they can also browse, try to read and answer the enrichment activities.
Yes.
So yun din po yung kagandahan. But again, it is your option.
Yeah. You want
Okay.
it to be enriched.
Teacher
Now,
Chris.
okay. I hope that everyone is still listening to our presentation because I will be tackling about the information pertaining to tuition and other school fees. I know that during this pandemic, everyone has been really affected economically. That's why a lot of parents have really reacted. Ang taas pa rin ng tuition fee. Why is there no difference between this school year and the last school year? Now, itatakal ko din po 3 departments, so please listen very well. Now, regarding the conclusion that there is no difference, i-explain po natin. Akala po kasi ng mga parents na kapag po sinabing, okay, school, the Montessori de Sagrada Familia, kaya po malaki yung tuition fee natin, ang binabayaran lang po natin doon, akala po ay a lot of the portion of the tuition fee goes to the school facilities. Please know that it is only one part, okay? Mamaya po, bibigyan po namin kayo ng breakdown. So if you're going to notice this in the pre-elementary sa junior CASA from 58,940, it is now reduced to 38,514. That's a total of 20,000 difference. Now, you're going to ask me, Teacher Chris, ano yung mga nadagdag, ano naman yung mga nabawas? So makikita po natin na wala po silang snacks, wala po silang masyadong instructional materials for the school year, wala na po mga school supplies, kaya po from 9,000 naging 4,000. Yung tuition fee naman po from 35,000 naging 26,000. And yung registration fee naman po from 8,000 naging 7,950. Mamaya po, bibigyan po namin kayo ng breakdown. Now, kapag po nag-avail po sila ng flexible book payment from 58,940, it will now be reduced to 36,370 pesos. Okay. Ito naman po for elementary, from 53,794, this is a sample competition for grade 3, naging 40,663. Ano naman din po yung nawala? The computer fee, the energy fee, the notebooks and the journals, the instructional materials. Kaya po from 11,353 naging 9,203 kasi yung books na lang po tsaka yung scholastic ang babayaran nila. From 29,391 naging 23,000 po ang tuition fee at ang registration fee naman po ay from 7,500 naging 7,900. So mamaya po makikita po natin kung bakit. Then, from 53,794, if you are going to avail of the flexible book payment option, from 53,794, it is now reduced to 33,320. That is a total of 20,000 pesos. Ito naman po for grade 7, from 49,000 naging 40,000 pesos. So, ito rin po yung mga nawala, computer fee, energy fee, some parts of yung mga handouts po, and then a portion of the tuition fee. And then medyo nadagdagan po tayo sa registration. Again, mamaya po, i-discuss po natin. If you will be availing of the flexible book payment option from 49,496, you are now only going to pay 33,273. This is a total of how much? Miss Cookie? 40, 50, almost 50,000, 50, 30, 16,000 difference. Okay. This is for the grade 12 senior high from 49,000 naging 40,000 po siya. Ganon din po yung mga nawala. Then if you will avail of our flexible book payment, ito po pa lang sa grade 12 STEM na to ay 2 semesters na po siya. Okay, this is for the entire year. 49,000 naging 32,726. So this is a total of 18,000. Okay. Now, Teacher Chris, dapat kalahati lang ang tuition kasi wala namang school facilities, wala naman na yung mga paggamit nila ng gym, ng swim center, ng social hall. Ngayon po, naiintindihan po namin yung reaction nila. But to give you an explanation, ano po ba yung natira? Huwag po natin kalimutan yung pinaka-importante, yung mga teachers po at saka po yung mga aaralin ng inyong mga anak. So, tuition fee is, the coverage of the tuition fee is the learning or the curriculum and instruction, and then yung mga school fees and other miscellaneous, yun po yung non-curricular. So, what are the specifics of the tuition fee? The curriculum and instruction, the learning activities, the assessment tools, the quarterly progress reports. Ito po yung mga nakita ninyo na ginagawa ng mga teachers namin na ginawa po ulit nila. Ginagawa na po nila for the past 23 years, pero they are now starting from scratch. We are now building up. So, ibang-iba po to, di ba? Now, the professional development of the teachers, the training and other programs, ang pinaka-importante din po, alam po natin to, their salaries and wages. The human resource is very important. And of course, we also have to pay our outsourced consultants. Nakita din naman po natin kanina si Dr. Pitagan. He is not just a resource speaker, but he is one of the best in the country. Now, that's part of the tuition. What about the other school fees? Or we talk about the miscellaneous and the other school fees. So, what was taken off from the miscellaneous and other fees? Ito po yung mga natanggal. Energy fee, campus development fee, extracurricular activities, medical and insurance, instructional materials fee, laboratory fees, computer fees, and such were removed since there will be no face-to-face teaching this school year 2020-2021. Ngayon, nakita po natin, doon po sa miscellaneous na part, hindi po masyadong naglayo. So parang may 8,000 po siya, bakit ngayon? Ganun pa rin. Kasi po, may mga natanggal po siya, pero meron pong nadagdag. So, ito po yung mga nadagdag. ICT infrastructure, we have already beefed it up. Our connectivity, the web servers and other equipment that we have installed. Our learning management system. And on top of that, ito naman po yung mga talagang sinisingil na po natin matagal na. The registration fee, the school ID, the academic support, library services, counseling, and wellness or discipline. So ito po, meron pa rin po tayong mga academic support, may guidance counselor pa rin po tayo, may student well-being officer pa rin po tayo. Hindi po natin siya tinanggal sa ating services kasi po kailangan na kailangan po sila ng ating mga anak. Okay? What is the difference between the Play, Safe, and FLY Sagradan fees? Kaya po mamaya sa mga attend po ng program for the homeschooling program, ay ng meeting for the homeschooling program, may kita po natin na malaki po yung difference ng tuition fee ng Safe and FLY or yung may kasama pong teacher dun po sa Play or yung wala pong teacher. As a matter of fact, pag nakita po ninyo dito, ano po ang difference? May kita po natin, ito po yung FLY and Safe, at ito naman po yung, okay, yan po yung FLY and Safe at ito po yung homeschool. So yung nasa left po, FLY and Safe, nasa right po, homeschool naman po siya. So pag nakikita po natin, ano pa talaga yung binabayaran sa curriculum and instruction? Makikita po natin, this is the difference. Ito po yung mga sinabi ko kanina. Yan po ang tuition fee natin. Dito naman po sa Play, ito po ang makukuha dahil ang teacher po ay si parent.
Teacher Chris, bali, ito rin yung basically aside from the yung facilitator na mangyayari, ay yung assistance ng school na mangyayari. Actually, ito po yung main difference nung homeschool namin at saka po yung home base. So tandaan po natin parents kasi po paulit-ulit po namin sinasabi din to para mas maliwanagan po yung lahat.
Yes.
Yung pong difference ng homeschool, ito po yung Play at saka po yung home-based e-learning FLY and Safe. Basically, ang difference po niya is yung magtuturo. So, pag dito po sa home-based or e-learning, ito nga po yung ina-explain po natin. Ito po yung pinaka-title ng ating conference right now, ng ating meeting, yung home-based e-learning. So, ang ibig sabihin po, magka-partner pa rin po si teacher at saka si teacher at saka si parent para sa learning ni student. Ngayon po, bakit dalawa pa? Bakit may FLY? Bakit pa may Safe? So, ang pagkakaiba naman po ng dalawang home-based e-learning na to, si FLY, para po siya sa mga lower grades, from junior CASA hanggang sa grade 3. Kasi po, naniniwala po kami na meron po kami, ang mga teachers po natin, nag-plan, mag-meet pa rin sila everyday sa online. Pero po, sa FLY po kasi, yung sinasabi nila na parent-child activity, yung mga enrichment activities, isusupervise pa po talaga siya ni adult.
Yes.
So sa Safe naman po kasi, since medyo self-regulated na ang mga bata sa paggamit ng gadget, kumbaga, medyo yung self-paced na sila, hindi na masyadong kailangan ng maximum supervision. Kaya kung makikita niyo po, si teachers, 70% yung pagpa-facilitate niya.
Yes.
Si parent naman, pa-check-check na lang, tinatanong, son, are you able to do your ganyan, yung independent study mo? Tapos sa homeschool po, tandaan po natin, sa homeschool, basically, talaga pong si parent ang magiging teacher. Wala po kaming, ito po yung tanong,
There's no assistance.
Support po talaga. Para po, ang homeschool po, pagka kunyari able po si parent to teach, lalo na po yung mga ibang parents natin, meron naman po talaga silang mga capabilities to teach kasi mga teachers sila,
Yes.
stay-at-home parents sila.
Driven.
patient sila. Nako, yan po. Patient, kailangan yung patients pumapasok. So, lalo na sa mga maliliit, pwede po nating i-recommend yung homeschool program natin kasi po sa mga bata naman po, medyo yung concept niya basic, pero as they progress, kung makikita niyo po yung curriculum guide doon sa DepEd website, talaga pong madami. So, as the homeschool facilitator or as parents na silang magtuturo ng lahat at lahat for the whole school year, kailangan po alamin ninyo ano ba yung mga learning competencies, hindi lang basta-basta addition, hindi lang basta-basta parts of the body. Meron pong kailangan na learning competencies. Ang kagandahan naman po sa homeschool, kahit si parent ang nagtuturo, basta nag-comply kayo sa lahat ng mga requirements, sa enrollment requirements, sa academic requirements, basta nag-comply po kayo, para din po kayong naka-enroll sa home-based e-learning, pero ay basta school po ang gagawa ng yung mga papers para ma-promote siya, magpa-process.
To the next level.
Yes, yun po talaga. Basta sa homeschool, parent po talaga ang magtuturo. Wala pong mga sinesend na yung kaninang sinasabi ni Teacher Chris.
Learning plans,
academic, weekly planner. Wala pong ganong guide. Sariling sikap po. Yan po ang practice ng homeschool dito sa Philippines. Unless you choose a curriculum or meron po tayong mga, mamaya po, i-explain po natin this afternoon sa mga nag-register kung ano yung mga pwede nilang purchase online na merong nandun yung mga learning modules, activities, pero it's another fee po.
Yeah, but it's not MDSF.
It's not from us, yes.
Alright. Tapos naiintindihan din naman po namin parents na nung nalaman po ng mga parents na 2 times lang mag-virtual meeting, tapos the rest, independent study, ang inisip na po kagad nila is, hindi naman pala magkikita ni teacher, bakit ganito pa rin ang tuition fee, medyo mahal pa rin siya. Hindi din naman po namin pwedeng sabihin na, teacher, babayaran lang namin kayo pag meron kayong virtual meeting ha. Siyempre po, ang pasweldo po sa mga teachers ay monthly. At the same time, just because it is an independent study, it doesn't mean that they are not doing anything. Actually po, if you're going to ask our teachers, they want to be doing the activities in the school every day. However, sa independent study po, it is also a part wherein virtual consultations are done. So just because it is independent study doesn't mean I cannot go directly to my teacher anymore. When you say independent study, these are also opportunities that if I experience or if I struggle with something, if I experience a difficulty on doing something, my teacher is always available to give feedback to me. I hope dyan po sa tuition and other school fees na-address na po namin. Although naiintindihan po talaga namin where you are coming from. Do you have flexible payment arrangements? Yes, diniscuss na po natin siya kanina. You are not obliged to purchase the books directly from the school. Meron po nagtanong dito, yung EBSCO po, pag po ba nag-books na, pwede bang hindi gamitin yung EBSCO? Iba po kasi yung research portal nila. Kakailanganin po nila to before they take college. Research is already practical research is already part of the curriculum of the senior high. So we are also being asked by our accrediting institutions, DepEd, PAYAC, to also provide para pong yan, yung mga EBSCO. So, kailangan po talaga siya. Parents may also pay in installment basis. Okay, is contingency fee going to be added in the tuition fee later or is it already included in the fee that you sent us? So, nung una po kasi, nung meron pa pong possibility na mag-face-to-face, sinabi po namin na may mga pwedeng i-charge na contingency fees kasi po pag bumalik, babalik na po yung paggamit ng aircon, babalik na po yung mga computer fee, laboratory fee. But since we are not going to hold any face-to-face classes, there will be no more contingency fees to be added in the tuition fee. And just in case po, sinabi po na pumasok kayo, ganyan, magkakaroon pa rin po tayo ng consultation sa mga stakeholders natin. How about the graduation rights? will be able to be given refund. Regarding the graduation rights, we are going to administer a survey for parents of graduating students this June. If graduation rights are canceled, the school will release a partial refund. So bakit po partial lang? Kasi po, other than the graduation rights, the graduation fees include yearbook, diploma, souvenir, or graduation portrait. Rest assured, we will make an announcement once final. We have been affected by the pandemic and we cannot afford the tuition fee for FLY and S.A.F.E. If you want to avail of the lower fees and you are inclined to teaching, or if there is a constant caregiver at home who can teach, you may avail of our homeschooling program, which is the FLY Sagradan. Mamaya po, pag interested kayo, 2 o'clock, we will give you the link. The school last part, enrollment po and payment of fees. The school registrar is now open. Nakalagay po dito 8 to 4. As early as 7 o'clock, they are open. Please wear a mask. Tapos po, pakiusap po if you are a senior citizen, if you are pregnant, if you are a minor, wag po natin papuntahin itong mga tao na to sa school kasi po, they are the transmitter, they are very vulnerable. Yung mga bata po, they are the transmitters. Yung mga senior citizens naman po, wag na po natin uutusan yung nanay at tatay natin. Please, dear parents, kahit po yung helper na lang sa face-to-face. Kasi po, pag naman po nagkaroon sila, alam po natin, malaki po yung chance na hindi po sila mag-survive. Now, kapag po walang makapunta sa face-to-face, you can also pay online. We have different banking options. Miss Cress, please put in the link kung ano-ano yung mga other payment channels. You can pay via credit card, you can pay via GCash, you can pay over the counter, you can pay bank-to-bank transfer. Now, for the online enrollment, if you are an old Sagradan student, we will guide you. Go to the portal. Pwede na po kayong mag-enroll doon. If you don't know your password, leave a message. Our ICT hotline is very responsive. Sesendan po kayo ng registration and assessment, and pwede po kayo magbayad face-to-face, pwede rin po kayong magbayad online. Ito po ang other payment channels namin. Don't forget to please send an email of the deposit slip because that is our only way of tracking your payment. No deposit slip, that's the proof of payment, no proof of payment, no official receipt. Okay. The MDSF research program, or our program for our children with special needs, have been suspended at the moment. So I understand, pwede po kayong makipag-coordinate sa inyong therapy provider. Ano po ba ang magiging agreement ninyo? Kasi po, parang ang alam ko po, yung iba nag-online therapy din.
Yes.
Ayan, at yung iba naman po ay may nag-home service ba? Or
Meron
pumunta sa center?
Actually, meron na pong mga centers ngayon na nag-therapy, tapos parang i-open na rin po nila to visit. But yun po, in the end of the school, ang ating MDSF research program will be on hold for this school year.
All right. When paying using our credit card, can you waive the other fees like when we use our credit cards in other establishments that we don't pay any additional cost? So for the information of everyone, those fees are charged by the credit card company. It does not go directly to the school, so we cannot waive that. If you don't want to have additional extra payment, you may opt for bank transfers or other mode of payment for your convenience. When is the last day of enrollment? The last day would be on August 1, 2020. My daughter is a transferee. Are there any important documents or requirements? So given the present pandemic situation, entrance exams are now waived. In the pre-elementary, we are going to base the placement or the grade level of your child based on his age. So your child, for the junior CASA, your child should be 3 years old by October 30, thank you, October 30, na-move din po yung cut-off. Sa advanced CASA naman, yung second level, 5 years old by October 30, 4 years old by October 30, at sa kindergarten naman, eto na po, 5 years old by October 30.
Teacher Chris, there's a clarification. Yung position statement natin na we will do a pure online this school year. What if daw merong lumabas na cure or vaccine for this school year?
Yeah, just like what we said earlier, you will not be compelled or you will not be mandated to report to school. Okay, just in case there will be a COVID-19 cure.
Yeah, but I think what they're asking is, will the school be opening the physical school just in case?
Oh, okay. So with that, we cannot make a pronouncement now because just like what I said, it's very uncertain. Of course, by the time there is a COVID-19 cure, we will have to still consult all the stakeholders, the government authority, the health authority. We're going to check what the community is going to do about it. We're also going to consult you, our dear parents, the number one stakeholders. Kung ano po, kasi baka mamaya, nag-work naman po yung e-learning natin. So pwede po na itawid muna po natin tong isang buong school year na to na mag-e-learning muna. But ako po, personally, if we are going to look at the data and dun po sa mga dati po na pandemic na nangyari, na it took them years for them to have a cure. Although nagmamadali po lahat ngayon, but certainly din po, pag lumabas yan, hindi naman po 100% na lahat gusto ding magpa-saksak. That's one. And then, another one is, yung mga parents pa nga din po talaga, tatanungin pa rin po kayo, are you really comfortable? Although I've seen, meron pong mga reports, kasi kanya-kanyang culture din po tayo. Sa South Korea po, nung balik na po sila ng mga classes, ng mga students nila with social distancing measures, nag-spike po, nagkaroon po ng cases sa mga bata. So, nag-back po sila sa online schooling. On the other hand po, meron naman po sa Japan, because I have a friend in Japan who's also teaching, nag-declare po talaga ang Japan government that for the whole school year, yung university po nila ay 100% online schooling na. And that is what we are doing now. So going back, for the transferees, entrance exams are waived from preschool to senior high. Ang hihingan lang po namin ng report card ay yung grade 1 transferee to grade 12. However po, pag po hindi po available ang report card, ay pwede po magpakita muna ng proof of enrollment or proof na po na ito po ang grade level niya. Pwede po ito na picture of the ID or any proof of students' academic records. Pwede rin po yung scanned birth certificate or passport. And then on a latter date, original copy of the report card may be submitted. Kasi alam nga po namin na may mga schools po ngayon na hindi pa po nagre-release ng cards. Meron din po mga schools na na hindi pa po nagpapapasok ng mga parents sa physical campus. So we understand. Can we use credit cards from UAE where my husband works to pay for the tuition fee of your child? Yes, but there will be 3.5 bank charge and an additional 0.70% international cross-border fee. I already paid the reservation fee amounting to 5,000. If we decide not to enroll our child this school year, can we still use the reservation fee for the next school year? Yes, but it is advisable that you inform the school registrar so that you may use the 5,000 reservation fee for the next school year. By the way, it is non-refundable, but it can be transferred to another school year. Regarding the tuition fee payment, due to the present situation, are there any flexibility, like if we will issue post-dated checks for 3 months after the start of the school year? To avail of the cash basis discount, the management will now allow paying half of the enrollment package upon enrollment with dated check, and the balance can be paid within 2 months after the opening of classes. So before October, last week of September 30. So you can pay the remaining half until September 30. What are your policies for students regarding haircut, uniform, absenteeism, and bullying? Just like what Teacher Kai said, you will not be allowed, you will not be required, your children will not be required to wear the uniform. The minors, we understand that the minors are the most immobilized sector of the community. We will not be strict with the haircut and the uniform. And just like what I said, dear parents, kanina po, sinabi ko po sa inyo na wag po kayong wag po nating palalabasin ang ating mga anak. It saddens me, like yesterday I was in the mall, meron po akong errands, meron po akong nakita na isang parent na parang kasama po niya yung mga anak niya, pero teenagers po ito. Very dangerous po ito, very risky. So sana po wag po nating, for this whole school year, hanggat GCQ po tayo, wag po nating paaalisin ang ating mga underage children. Absenteeism will be treated with counseling and consultation with the family. And lastly, acts of cyberbullying will be responded accordingly to the Child Protection Policy and Code of Conduct for students. This is in support of the DepEd's Child Protection Policy as well. If the online learning would not be effective for my child, what alternative learning can the school offer? We can only offer online learning now. There are no alternatives at the moment. Can I get a refund of the tuition fee if paid in full? Tuition fees are refundable only up to a certain period of the school year, because when you enroll your child, you are getting the slot for the entire school year. We cannot give that slot to other student in the middle of the school year. Okay. What about those students who need to go back abroad for the resident permits renewal? Parang na-answer na to. Having different time zones, do they still need to attend the virtual meetings with their class advisors? No need. However, it is better for this setup to have a regular coordination with the advisor and subject area teachers. I understand that there are some families who are inquiring from Riyadh and there is a 4-hour difference. So, hindi naman po pwede nagigisingin po natin yung mga anak natin just to attend the virtual meeting. So, they will just need to catch up. Okay, in case the student moves outside the country during that half of the year, can he still continue the program? Yes, if we live far from Baliwag, like if we are from Malolos, Antipolo, can we still avail of the S.A.F.E and FLY programs? That's the beauty of technology. It knows no borders. Yes, you may avail of our S.A.F.E and FLY programs. What about the graduation pic of our kids? Are you going to release any, even if the graduation will not be held anytime soon? The graduation pictures will be released once they are delivered. Actually, parang na-deliver na po yata siya kahapon. So, ang gagawin po namin ngayon is habang nagte-training po yung mga teachers namin, yung mga ibang staff po namin, pine-prepare naman po yung pag-release ng ating mga report cards. So, pag po ni-release po yung report cards, kasama na po dun yung mga honor certificates, yung mga medals ng mga honors, ng undergraduate, at baka po ibigay na rin po namin yung mga graduation portrait if you decide na canceled na po ang ating graduation ceremony. Doon po sa survey na ibibigay. Are you still accepting sponsorship for the yearbook? I still haven't submitted mine and I haven't paid the graduation fee. Yes, we are still accepting sponsorship. Okay, so that ends our online meeting now. While I was presenting the answers to your questions, Teacher Kai on my side was also busy attending to the questions in the chat box. We are now giving around 5 to 10 minutes for other follow-up questions. If you think that we haven't covered all of your concerns, feel free to write them all or to type them all in the chat box now, and we're going to answer them.
Dear parents, for tuition fee inquiry, you may send a direct message to our FB page or visit the websites given here in the chat box.
Yes.
We have provided the websites or the links that you can visit so that you will be able to know the schedule of fees for the different levels.
Yes, and please paki-check po mabuti yung heading. Ito po ba ay for play, for safe and fly?
Sir Chris, one question is from a parent. What about the FAPE discount for incoming grade 6? Is it 6?
Oh yes,
7?
that's a good question. So we are still enjoying the accreditation from the FAPE. It is a government subsidy to be given to the private school students. So if you're a child, binibigay lang po yon sa grade 7 at makukuha po niya yon hanggang grade 12.
Okay.
However, yung the PAYAC has given us 150 slots. So we will only give it to the first 150 students. If you are already decided, you may have, at wala pa po tayong funds, pwede pa po muna tayong mag-reserve muna, 5,000 pesos.
For transferee students, we are asked to provide endorsement letter prior to give the requirements. Can we have that via email, and to whom can we direct our
So for those parents who are planning to transfer their child to other school, you are asking about the good moral character. Meron po tayong link, Miss Cres, please lagay sa link yung poster natin for sa guidance. Okay. Tapos, ganito po, doon po sa mga magta-transfer po sa ibang school, kasi po tinanong po namin yan sa Department of Education na paano pag hindi pa kami nagre-release ng report cards and the parents already want their child to be transferred to another school. Meron pong DepEd memo na hindi po pwedeng mag-reject ng student application. Kaya po pwedeng to follow po ito. What we can do at the moment is, alam niyo, sa student portal po, pwede po kayong pumunta doon, screenshot po ninyo yung sa parent portal po pala, pwede niyo pong i-screenshot muna po yung grade po ng anak niyo, yung report card ng anak niyo. Yun muna po ang pwede niyo ipakita, or yun po yung ID, pwede nyo rin po siyang ipakita. Then to follow na lang po ang report card.
Again po, for tuition fee increase, meron po tayo, pwede po silang mag-backread. Meron po tayong mga provide na mga links, or kung gusto niyo pong tanungin yung link, pwede po kayong mag-send ng direct message sa ating official MDSF page. Yun po yung merong updated na logo ng MDSF. Hindi na po siya yung bilog na may Sagrada Familia. Yung pong meron na po tayong mga core values. Yun po yung pipindutin nila. Thank you so much, everybody.
Okay, so I guess
salamat po.
that ends our online meeting. This is going to be the last.
Yes.
We are going to those parents who have just entered in the middle or towards the end of the presentation. Don't worry, we're going to be releasing the video copy of this presentation for you to review it from time to time. We suggest that you also share it with your co-parents, ask your kids, your husband, your spouse to also watch it with you. Ang importante po ngayon is information dissemination. So before we end our meeting, I would like to leave a statement from our DepEd Secretary, Madam Leonor Briones. Sinabi po niya na if you teach anxiety, kasi ang naiintindihan po namin ngayon, meron daw po mga parents who are planning to skip the school year or mag-stop muna dahil nga po na hindi na nila alam what to do or they cannot afford the tuition fee in Sagrada. Ngayon po, if you will, sabi po ng ating DepEd Secretary, if you teach anxiety, if you teach fear, If you teach insecurity and you are so fearful that you cannot move anymore, let's just wait for things to blow over. But we don't know when this thing will blow over. So in the meantime, you cannot have 9 months of idle children being restrained in their homes, making them stay at home and having no classes, no learning at all, because we are afraid, because we are driven by fear. We have to work around that fear. If you continue the education of your child, if you cannot afford the tuition fee, you may tell it to us how we can assist you. Or if hindi po talaga po pwede, we suggest that you find a school that has cheaper tuition fee, tas balik na lang po kayo pag pwede na, pag afford nyo na. Or sa public, it could also be an option. Because if we give our children the opportunity to continue their education, then we are not only helping them to be productive, but we are teaching them to become courageous and resilient individuals. That no amount of pandemic, no amount of fear or any disruption will shake them from continuing their learning.
And Teacher Chris, just to add po, nabanggit ni Teacher Chris, basta po sa atin, these are our learning continuity programs. So hinain po namin, talagang pinaghirapan po namin ito given a shorter period of time. After would you believe, dear parents, after the lockdown, few weeks after nung nag-start na merong ECQ dito sa Luzon, talaga pong kami ni Teacher Chris, bigla na lang kaming gumising. What are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do next? And ngayon po, of course, meron po tayong mga iba't ibang schools dito sa Baliwag, sa ating vicinity. Kami po ay talagang lahat tayo ay bago. Ngayon po, parang nawala din yung competition. Talagang ngayon yung tulungan. Yung pagtutulungan ng mga private or yung sa public schools, talaga pong lumabas siya. Kasi po, hindi po tayo dapat matakot. Dapat po, imbis na tayo ay matakot, tayo po ay magtulungan. So, kami po, ito po yung mga plano namin for this school year. Nasa sa inyo na po yun, our dear parents, if you're going to push through with the enrollment or not. Wala pong pilitan. Gusto po naming maging of service sa inyong mga pamilya through the programs that we have presented. Pero again, ang success po ng program na aming inihain sa araw na ito ay talagang nasa kamay nating dalawa. So, we will really be looking forward to your constructive feedback, constructive criticisms, if I may call it criticisms. So, open po ang school basta po sa ikabubuti ng ating eskwelahan, ng ating mga mag-aaral. Basta sabihin nyo lang po sa amin. At kami po ay makikinig. At gagawin namin ang aming makakaya para ma-improve pa tong program natin sa new norm na ito. Maraming salamat for spending your morning with us. Thank you for your time. Maraming salamat po for being with us today.
We miss you, Sagradan.
Salamat
Have
po.
fun.
Alright.
See you.
If you have any questions, pwede pong mag-send po ng message sa ating FB page. Very responsive po ang ating ICT team there. So, wag po silang mahihiya. Salamat po.
God bless you, dear parents.
Thank you.
Bye.